Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Live from Pete's Timeout in the heart of Times Square, you're listening to Beach Talk Radio with Kim and Ed Ryan.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode number 229. We're coming to you live from Pete's Timeout right here on Fort Myers Beach, our home for the show for over 4 years now. Over 4 years. That's 229. One more makes 230.
That math you can do.
Before we get to our guests for the hour plus, it's going to run a little over today. We want to make sure we thank all of our sponsors that make this show possible, and the daily newsletter, and the website, and the 24-hour music station.
Which I have grown an affinity for it. I do like it.
Thank you.
I don't give very many compliments to you, but the programming of that is good.
You know, last week you said to me, I want to be nicer to you. And then like 15 minutes later, you were telling me to flip off or something about...
Well, I just redeemed myself. I was just nice.
You were just kidding is what you meant to say.
No, and that was a genuine compliment.
Yeah. Royal Scoop is the official ice cream of Beach Talk Radio. They're our sponsor. Also, Sun Palace Vacation, Fort Myers Realty, Fort Myers Tiki Tours, Nervous Nellies, Mangaritas, State Insurance USA, Ola Restaurant, Coastal Vacation Properties, Tuckaway Cafe, Beach Pottery, Shuckers, the Farmers Market at Beach Baptist, Island Carts, FMB, JPS Vacation Rentals, all of our sponsors here on the show and the newsletter and the website, and we thank them all. And we'd also like to thank all of you for making donations to the show over the years, including our brand new kind of fun donation that we do in the newsletter called Buy Me a Coffee. And
I bought and someone bought me a coffee this morning from Beach Pottery.
Alana?
It's their coffee is super yummy, and they make it fresh right there, and it is super, super yummy. So thanks to those guys. I know now.
Beach Pottery. Now you're afraid to say her name.
No. I say
Alana
it right.
or Alana?
See, then you mess it up.
Which one is it? Actually, I still don't know which one it is. Is it Alana? It's Alana. Thank you to Alana for the free coffee. And also to Alice, Barrett, Mary Beth, Dan, and Diane, and two folks that want to remain anonymous for your donations yesterday after the newsletter went out. That's just part of the show, Terry. Don't worry about it. I know you scared the shit out of John Albion last week when you dropped that glass. Did you see him? We went back and watched the video. She dropped it right behind him. I had to move it, but last week it was right behind him. He's older. So, he jumped like that.
Well, it was right behind his back,
yeah,
too.
It was.
And I want to say, what a yummy, how was your sandwich this morning?
It was very good. I copied you. I said, I'd like one of those. And it was bacon, egg.
No.
Oh, that's right. You're a vegetarian. It was egg, tomato, mayonnaise. I'm not a big mayonnaise fan, so I have a feeling on an English muffin.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to do some beach trivia later when Eliza shows up.
Okay.
We've got great questions about Fort Myers Beach from Lee Melsek. And so that's coming up later in the show. So stay tuned for that.
They're going to be super hard.
She's bringing. No, they're not. No? I told him he had to make them easy because he comes up with really hard ones. And she's got some great prizes.
The Jeopardy of trivia there.
She brought some great gift certificates. So
awesome.
Stay tuned for that. And right now, our first guest of the show is also running for Lee County Board. It's Joe Gambino. And Joe, thank you for coming on the program today. And we appreciate your time. And how are things going, Joe?
Things are going great. Kim and Ed, thank you for having me down. I wouldn't rather be any other place than Fort Myers Beach right now.
Dude, you're from New York, aren't you?
That is correct. I'm from New York.
He's from New York. He's from your neck of the woods.
I see. Where are you from?
Long Island.
So am I.
Okay, where?
Smithtown. I was born in Smithtown Hospital, and I lived in Selden and Deer Park. All the way out, not all the way out there.
Okay,
so
yeah,
where are you
I
from?
know exactly where that is. I got family, uncles, cousins that live in Deer Park. Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
But where were you born?
I was born in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Methodist Hospital. Yep.
How did you wind up on Fort Myers Beach?
Well, you invited me to the show today, so I came down.
That was a dumb question. I apologize.
How did you end up in Lee County?
I know.
Good answer, man.
I have family here that's been living here for 40 years.
Wow.
And I was always visiting over the years. And I absolutely love Fort Myers. I love Lee County. And it just continued to grow on me more and more until I just came here, and I just live here now. I mean, it's a fantastic place to live. We live in one of the greatest places in the country. The quality of life here is excellent compared to, other places. And, you got to be very fortunate to live here in Lee County.
And you live out in the east part of, yes.
So
more in the rural area, correct?
Yeah. So I live in East Lee County. It's unincorporated Fort Myers.
Okay.
And it's a very rural area. Yes. Very different from the city life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is your what's your job? What do you do? Fill up people in
How do you
on
not do your research?
because I want him to tell
She's just asking the question.
people. Yeah, dear, get off my back.
So what does he do?
He's in insurance, right? Real estate.
Proved?
No,
Real estate?
No,
Well,
not really. That's kind
no.
of like I'm actually a chiropractor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Chiropractic.
So 17 years chiropractic. Help thousands of people get out of pain. I enjoy it.
Can you help him get out of the pain he's in right now after that question?
She's very rude. I
Depends
don't
on
know
what it is.
Yeah. So does chiropractic work on people, or is it just a
Oh,
whole?
boy.
I mean, is it really serious? Does it work?
I mean, a lot of people swear by it, that it's changed their lives, and people who've been hurt very bad or gotten some really bad accidents. We've helped a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some people swear by their chiropractor.
Yeah. How many patients do you have?
Oh, probably over 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your?
Now you still have a practice up north, right?
Yes. And here I do mobile chiropractic, so I come to you.
Wow.
Come to your house.
You
I
bring
have
the
a
whole
portable,
van and
portable table and
Wow.
stuff. Yep.
is that how much different is a chiropractic
boy.
visit compared to a massage? I've never had either.
Well, it's very different. Chiropractic has to do more with the joints. We manipulate the joints,
Ooh.
and massage is focusing just only on the soft tissues, the muscles.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You know all the answers to this stuff. You go to school for that or something?
It's 8 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. 8 years.
Yeah.
Have you been able to pay off your student loan, or are you still waiting for Biden to just say it's okay? You're good to go.
No, I'm not waiting for Biden to do anything for me. I got to do
see.
the stuff
I
for
see.
myself.
All right. Good call.
Or
All right.
else I'd
Good
be in
answer.
trouble.
Yeah. So you decide that chiropractic history will make you a good Lee County representative. How so?
Well, like I said, I help thousands of people get out of pain, but not only, chiropractic, I've been very involved in the community. And for years, even when I lived in New York, I was very involved in the community volunteering, very involved in the Republican Party clubs. And I always liked helping out. So I want to do this on the county level.
Mhm.
I want to be a commissioner for the people. I'm not a politician. I'm not a developer. I just
Wait, why'd
want,
you say that?
well,
That was my question.
to do your homework. Do your
I
research,
know,
and you'll know.
but why
you
did
know?
you say that? You stuck that little thing in
Well,
there,
yeah, well-
just so people know why you said that. Because Mike Greenwell's a developer. Is that what you mean?
Yes,
I see.
yes, absolutely.
Okay. Go on. How old are you, by the way? You look young.
Well, thank you.
Are you
You're my
35,
friend,
There you go.
35?
Wow, we're gonna get along really
40.
good.
2?
She's really done her homework.
Yeah. Oh,
She
yeah.
stays up late. I go to bed early. That's
42.
how.
It's
42.
It's cocoa butter. Just put the cocoa butter on
butter.
my face and
Is that what you put on people before you give them the?
no. We
I
don't put
see.
cocoa butter
I
on
see.
people. No, not at all. There's my family over there. They just got here.
Oh wow! Look at you. You got how many kids?
I got
Holy,
3
you got a
children.
whole
Yeah.
family going there, and
Yeah.
there's your.
That's
I'm
my
assuming
beautiful
that's your
lady
wife.
over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you allowed to say wife or lady? Or I mean, I
Yeah,
don't even know what the
you
right
just- yeah,
terminology
sure.
is anymore.
Absolutely.
And you have 2 girls and a boy.
That's
is that
correct.
What I see?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's
10,
far
9,
away.
and 4.
10, 9. If you're too busy, you can't run for the county board. Come on, man. How do you take care of all that?
No, it's okay. I got it.
So you want to run for county board, and you were telling people that the reason you're running is because you want to do what?
Yeah, I just said basically, I want to be a commissioner for the people. I'm a community guy. I have experience. I got a master's in business, executive business management. I know policies. I know financial management, budgets, all that stuff. And I think there's a lot of community engagement we need to do. And stuff that we need to improve on, like infrastructure. We have an overdevelopment issue. We need to bring more small businesses to Lee County. The water quality, we need to work on our water quality. There's some issues there. And, a lot of stuff that something that a lot of people are talking about right now are the electric rates. The rising electric rates are an issue. And, the county commission needs to go after the Public Service Commission in Tallahassee and tell them stop raising our electric, because a lot of people are getting very large electric bills and they don't understand why.
Yeah, Angela was saying her electric bill was $450.
I know. Everybody's been posting. Well, not everybody, but many
happen?
People have been.
You put your air down too low. Stop doing that. I mean, how low do you have your air? 450. Wow.
Oh.
You need a new AC.
How bad is our bill going to be?
It was $200. I don't know. It was $250.
Oh.
Went from $180 to $250.
It's honest. It's unacceptable, and I'd like to see the county commission do something about it.
Yeah.
And advocate for us in Tallahassee.
I just wanted to ask. So to get back to the development, or to use your term, overdevelopment. And I know one of the issues that I was reading about is where you're at. You want to protect that area.
Yes.
Okay. So what is your idea to protect that area from development or overdevelopment?
Okay. So right now, all the big developers, they're running out of space and land to develop in the urban parts of the county. So they're moving into the rural areas of the county, and they're encroaching on residents' quality of life in those areas. And I've spoken to many residents in Alva and Buckingham, and they're very, very concerned about this. And they just feel like that these developers are just not going to stop. They just want to pad their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue comes, the issue would start where developers are buying land that are not zoned for big development. They're agricultural. AG1 is agricultural and residential. And they're rezoning the land in order to put multifamily housing on. And in order to rezone it, you got to go before the county commission and get a variance.
Mm-hmm.
And if people don't understand what a variance is, it's basically you're asking the county commission for a favor, to change the zoning so you can do what you want with the land.
Is it really a favor, or is it following the rules?
Well, the law is the law, right? So the law is that we have land that's zoned for different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it is. So the variance is basically you're asking to change the zoning.
Right.
So it's kind of a favor in my opinion.
But there's also there is a process where you can
Mm-hmm.
ask for a variance. It happens in every community.
There is a process, yes. And that's why they have a board to review it, because it's something that's they have to change.
Mm-hmm.
And there are boards that they go through, like an LPA or something like that, before it actually gets to the county board for the favor.
Yeah,
so
it
there's
goes before another
Yeah.
board too. So what I think is that we need to look more carefully and scrutinize all these applications, because there's many of them out there, and we need to be more transparent about it, where we put these variance applications on the county website so residents can see it. So if you're a resident living in a rural community and you see that big developer wants to come in and has buy 80 acres and rezone it, you can see what's going to happen before
Mm-hmm.
it actually happens, and you can go to the county commission meeting and you can voice your opinion and how you feel about it. And if residents come to the meeting and voice their their opinion and their displeasure of this rezoning, the county commissioners are more likely to say, hey, listen, the people don't want this.
Mhm.
Would you agree that for the most part, people that live in Lee County are happy with the way the government's run?
I can't say that, because I think a lot of things are happening behind the scenes that people don't know about. Like I just talked about, like the rezoning. This is kind of happening where residents don't know about it, and they find out it after the fact, or when it's just about to happen. And I think that we need to be more transparent and put these applications on the website. And we also need to put the contracts, the bidding contracts for different
So
services
you're saying
on
something
the website.
shifty's going on there, something illegal's going on there?
No, I'm not saying anything illegal is
Okay.
going on. I'm just saying we need to be more transparent.
All right.
So other than how do you get the community more engaged? Because I know I hear what you're saying about putting stuff on the website, but how do you let people know something's on the website? Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, people are working, they're busy, and they do care. I mean, I'm certain that they do care, but how do you, they're going to check the website all the time, or are you suggesting mailers? What else to get the word out to say, hey, something's coming?
Yeah. There's a lot of different ways you could do it. Social media. The county can put out like a press release. And the community engagement all comes down to that, just advertising and putting out press releases, social medias, doing ribbon cutting ceremonies for small businesses. All these things are going to help show that the county commissioners are participating and that they want to engage the community.
So a lot of people want to move to Florida. A lot of people want to live in Lee County. If you cut off the developers building places for them to live, where are they going to go? You can't tell people not to come.
I'm not saying cut them off.
I see.
Right. I'm just saying we need to be smart about the development.
Is it overdeveloped? Are you saying there's too many homes? There's too many apartments?
Right now, there's a lot of building going on, and it's affecting our infrastructure because our infrastructure can't keep up.
I agree with that.
With the
roads are not keeping up with that.
So I'm not saying by all means not stop development. No, I'm all for development. I'm for smart development, and people are going to keep coming to Lee County and moving to Lee County because this is such a great place to live. It's such a wonderful place to live. And we got to understand that, but we also have to take care of our infrastructure, and we got to make sure that the residents in the rural communities maintain their quality of life.
Right.
So talking about infrastructure and roads, I was reading something where you were talking about widening 31. Is that correct?
Yes.
So that's something I hadn't heard anyone else talk about. So I have been on 31, not a ton, but there's a lot of truck traffic on there, and it can be, it's I don't know, sometimes trying to pass, even though you can see far away, people push it too far. So what is your bid for that?
The reason why 31's getting so crowded with traffic is we have one of the big reasons is Babcock Ranch. And Babcock Ranch hasn't even been halfway done with what they're doing. Right now they're building mostly in Charlotte County, and they're going to expand into Lee County. And that's going to cause a lot of traffic. All right. And there's other developers off of 31 that are looking to build multi-housing units.
Okay.
Mr. Greenwell is one of them. And that's also going to increase traffic. So in a few years, it's going to be very crowded over there, and there's no other option that we have to widen 31 to accommodate all that traffic.
When the governor appointed Mike Greenwell to the county board for the next several months, what did you think? What did you do? What did you say?
Well, I was surprised. I didn't see that coming. There's a special election right now, and a special election means that you are to get somebody elected as soon as possible or nominated, right? So with less than 30 days left, and when the ballots went out, I didn't think it was necessary. I think Governor DeSantis is doing a great job. I fully support him. I just think maybe he got some bad advice on that. I'm not sure if Governor DeSantis actually knows or is aware that Mr. Greenwell has a 76-acre rezoning project going before the county commission, while he'll be sitting on the county commission to build multi-housing family units. And I just think that's a conflict. And I think that politics are playing a game in this, so how he received the appointment. And I called for him to step down.
For who to step down? The
Mr.
governor?
Greenwell.
Oh,
no, the governor. No,
oh,
Mr. Greenwell.
So you think that because he's a developer and has that?
Well, he would recuse himself from any
the
votes, right?
I would hope so.
For sure.
He also, even if he recuses himself, he still has the ears of the other commissioners.
Well, they can't. The sunshine laws don't allow him to have the ears of the commissioners once he's on the board.
It doesn't, but we don't know. How do we know? How do we know if everything's transparent? Right.
Wow. I guess you're right about that. We don't really know, but that I don't know.
And his application was expedited from what I hear. It kind of was moved pretty quickly through the channels, and those type of applications sometimes can take a year or two.
So you think that being that he has that before the county and that he's a developer, he should be disqualified by the voters to be elected to the county commission?
I'm not saying he should be disqualified. I'm saying that
so to speak is what I mean.
No, I'm not saying he's disqualified. I just don't think he's the best candidate.
Well, of course not, or you wouldn't be running.
Right. I don't think he has the best interests of the people. I think it's more of a different type.
What
of
about
interest.
Albion?
Albion, I think he's a nice guy. I think he's great. You know, he knows his policies, but Mr. Albion's had 3.5 terms, right? And the county commission right now has term limits, right? There's a 3-term limit. Mr. Albion can grandfather himself into the county commission because when he left the commission, that law was not passed yet. So, but county commissioners do have a 3-term limit.
Totally confused. Like you're saying that he's term limited out?
No, he's not, because he left before they passed the law.
Oh, so he could have 3 more because
So
it's
he
after the
can
law.
actually
I see.
grandfather himself in and get.
You're saying he's trying to weasel himself back in when the law, not using that word, but
Well,
basically that's really, if they grandfathered the rule back in, that he'd be
You're
out.
adding stuff. He said what he said. Let it.
He's
I know.
he's trying to get me in trouble.
Of course we are. That's what our goal is with the show. You're doing fine though.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just want to point out as a segue and just turn it a little around.
By the way, do you want a beer or anything? Or?
No, it's too early for a beer.
Oh, it is?
Although if you keep grilling me like this, I might need one, right?
You didn't do the speed
I
round
forgot.
with
I
him.
forgot.
Why don't you just give
We'll
him
do it at the end. We'll do it at the end. Go
I
ahead,
don't
dear.
know
What was
that
your
he'll
question?
still be sitting here.
He'll be sitting here. You
That's
got
okay.
to
I
have
can
thick
handle it.
skin if you're running for
I
office.
know, but
There's only one person I know that doesn't have thick skin, and it has nothing to do with Lee County. So you said clean water. Now, I just wish somebody would come on and say, I'm for dirty water. I mean, everybody's for clean water. It's an easy thing to say.
Right.
And Kevin Ruane has been a champion for clean water from his days in Sanibel to now. But you say more needs to be done. Like, what needs to be done?
Well, what I think is it's community awareness. We need to all come together and hold community forums and educate the community of what we need to do on our own to be proactive, to contribute to this clean water problem. I mean, there's a whole other things that are causing the water to become
Like what?
polluted.
What?
Well, the septics leaching into the ground, the exhaust from the traffic.
Exhaust from the traffic is
like
leading.
the
I've never heard
smog
that one
and
before.
coming from, what's that?
I never heard that one before.
Oh,
How
yeah.
does that happen?
Well, it gets into the air.
Yeah.
It rains, right?
Yeah.
And then it
comes
goes
back
into
down.
our sewer and our storm drains.
How do you stop that, though? All electric vehicles? Teslas? We all get free Teslas from Joe Biden?
The thing is that there's a lot of factors that are causing our water to
Right.
become polluted and contaminated.
Yeah.
And like I just said, we just need to be proactive about it and understand what's happening.
Have you been following the LOSUM thing and the Army Corps of Engineers? And are you in favor of the LOSUM plan that they have in place now?
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely.
You're in favor of it?
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead, water girl.
no.
She's about the water.
I'm about the water. No, I just would be interested to hear it. I mean, people come on and talk about Lake O and the releases, and that is an issue. And then I always bring up kind of on what you were talking about, that, in the watershed area, what the runoff that we get really contributes quite a bit too, in addition to the septic tank. I'm not sure locally, what would you think locally could be done about the septic tank situation and or the runoff from ag, from
All right, get to the
homes,
point, man.
whatever.
You're running out of
Farms.
time here.
Yeah.
We'll put a time limit on your questions.
Oh
It's like
my
a freaking whole
Lord, you
dialogue
go
there.
the whole thing.
Jeez.
See, I think that nobody really has a real solution yet. And that's why I think that we all have to come together and
But what is your solution is what the question is. What's yours? And I don't appreciate that you strategically place your daughter in front of us. It makes me afraid to ask you tough questions. She's so cute.
she did that on her own free will.
You guys set us up like that. No, seriously, what is your solution to the clean water?
Like I said, we need to be more proactive. We need to take initiatives in the community. The farmers need to be more careful with their herbicides and pesticides. If the traffic increases to a point, then we'd have to come up with some sort of carpooling initiative, or some, even odd license plate things on certain days. I'm hoping it doesn't get to that point.
Wait a second. You're talking the Jimmy Carter kind of even odd gas days? Is that what you mean?
Well, I'm just thinking in the future. I'm thinking, if it gets to that point, where the traffic increases to a point, I'm hoping it doesn't get like that. I'm hoping it doesn't get out of control.
How would that
Well,
pass?
season is coming.
Yeah, how would that pass? Like, what would be the way you pass odd even days? Like, I have to stay in the house if I had even license plate. and it was
Oh,
an
You
odd
should
day.
stay in the house
I
no
do
matter
stay in the
what.
house.
But
You would carpool.
I think it
Yeah.
should be bicycles everywhere. Forget about the cars.
Bicycles
Can
are
you
great,
imagine that?
Electric vehicles are great, and
Do you have
and
an electric
carpooling
vehicle?
is great.
Do you have an?
I have an electric go-kart, yeah.
You rode here on your go-kart?
No. I would have never made it. I would have got here probably afternoon.
Because you have to stop to charge.
I would probably just about make it. I get about 25 miles on a charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
but
Now-
it's not a car. It's a go-kart.
It's a go-kart.
Are you
Yeah,
allowed
yeah,
to
yeah.
drive
It's
it?
a
Is
golf
it street legal?
It's not street legal either.
So you have to drive it on the sidewalk.
Yeah, it's just
I
in my
see.
community basically. I don't take it on the highway.
Interesting.
Or
Where? How
anything.
much did the golf cart? Did you say golf cart or
It's a golf
go
cart.
kart?
Well,
it's a golf
he's
cart.
using it interchangeably.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
How
So-
much was that?
Yeah.
Like 15 grand.
And then
For
you
a
just
cart?
plug it in.
You plug it in, you charge
What,
it.
is
yeah.
it on a Is it on a 110 or 220?
It's 110.
Oh wow.
We got 220 in the. We installed
do.
220 on our back because I bought some secondhand hot tub, but it started to
That was
spark
a
when my
bad
daughter was in
idea.
it, so we got rid of
Uh-oh.
it.
That was a bad idea.
So the other on a scale of A to F, A being the best, F being the worst, like the old days when we got graded in school, how would you grade the Lee County Board's performance to this point?
Let me just say, I'm certain he didn't need that
I know,
explanation.
dear, but you never know what the grades are these days. He's younger than we are.
I'd give them a B plus.
B plus.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. What about the county manager? Same
County
thing.
manager. B. I give
Yeah.
him a B.
Oh, he doesn't get the plus.
He doesn't get the plus.
No, why not?
He could do better.
Yeah.
You know.
What about the county attorney? I don't even know what he does. I mean, you don't have to grade him. I'm just kidding.
The county attorney, I'm not going to grade him. I don't want him coming
Yeah.
after me.
Yeah, no kidding. When he sits at those meetings, man, he's no shit county attorney. Like he tells them the way it is. So what other issues are top of your platform besides clean water and overdevelopment and making sure that Mike Greenwell doesn't win because of his?
Well, small businesses.
Yeah.
I'm all for small businesses. We need to bring more small businesses to Lee County, more mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
That's just going to keep jobs coming into Lee County. We're doing all this building, but also we have to make sure that we're supplying jobs to people as well.
So we got
let me just ask.
Go ahead.
What would be your ideas to encourage small businesses or support the ones that are already in existence?
To encourage small business to come in, I'm thinking we can do some sort of relocation grant or something to have them come. And if we need like a certain type of business, I'm just throwing it out there. Let's say we need an ice cream shop in a certain area,
Can always use more ice
right?
cream.
We love ice cream,
Yep.
especially in the heat. We put it on the county website, and we'd advertise it, and people can apply, and we could, pick. We
So
could
some
select
sort of
someone-
financial incentives
yes,
to
relocation incentive. Yes.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
What about a grant for someone to start a new business?
Grants for
Instead of-
someone
To start a new business rather than
start a new
relocate.
business.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have some ability to do that.
Somebody's
people that are already here
yeah.
that maybe would want to start a business but don't have
or
the
donations to
funds.
businesses trying to get off the ground or
Yeah, we could do
something.
like a women's business fund or a minorities business fund.
No
and
white
have-
guys get anything anymore.
No,
Isn't
well-
that unfortunate? So Michelle, I think it's Michelle. She says the political leadership needs to stop taking money from Big Sugar. Are you taking money from Big Sugar?
No, I will not take any money from Big Sugar.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough. That these pesticides that are be dumped into water affecting the water quality. And I'm not naming names or anything, but some politicians are turning their head. Why are they doing that? I'm not saying that they are taking money.
Well, why
from Big
won't
Sugar.
you name names though? If somebody's doing it, you want everything to be
Because-
transparent, then people should know
Oh, here we go.
who's taking the money.
I don't want to. If I don't have 100%
I
accurate
see.
proof, I don't want to say anything.
Gotcha.
But why are they turning their heads? That's my question.
At the county level or a different level?
Well, every level, the state, the county. I mean, why
Wow.
aren't we? Me, I cannot be bought. I cannot be sold. I will not take any money from anybody. I'm going to do what's in the best interest of the people. I make a pretty good living doing what I do.
Yeah.
I'm not Mike Greenwell rich, but I make a decent living where I can.
What is Mike Greenwell rich?
So are you funding your own?
I'm
you're
I'm
self-funded?
self-funding.
How
yeah.
much money have you raised so far? Have you had campaign parties and things like that, or
No, not yet. I'm pretty much self-funding my campaign.
Yeah.
See, the thing is that we have such a short amount of time.
Right.
It's a 6-week race.
right?
Right.
So
Because
it's
the
kinda like-
primary is August 23rd.
it's 20, yeah, we're already halfway through.
Yeah, yeah.
and we started 3 weeks ago, and it's a quick run.
Yeah.
You're trying to cram 6-7 months of campaigning into 6 weeks. It's tough.
I just So I know you said you run for things back in New York, smaller things.
What?
How's this experience been?
This has been a great experience. I get to meet so many great people, and I give people my phone number all the time, and they text me, they call me if they got any questions.
If they need some work on their back.
Well, if they do, but mostly I'm getting more questions now about.
What's the biggest question the people ask you about the county?
I'm getting a lot of questions about overdevelopment.
Yeah.
A lot of people are concerned. That's the biggest question I get.
Mm-hmm.
See, now you send the other daughter over now too, and you're starting.
These are your intimidators.
Softball question, dear. Softball question.
Wait till I send the little boy over. Oh my goodness, that's it. Show's over.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. You made me lose my train.
I love when that happens. So,
what were you gonna say?
I forgot now because they're totally intimidating us with the kids. We love kids, by the way, Joe.
Aren't they great?
So, have you been to many county board meetings and see how they? I mean, honestly, I feel like they, compared to Fort Myers Beach, they operate like a well-oiled machine, man. I mean, the meetings are 2 hours long, but people get their public comment in. There's a lot of the times it's the same people talking about the same stuff. Have you gone and used public comment to talk about overdevelopment or anything like that?
No, I haven't. But they have an agenda, and they like you said, they follow the agenda, to the T. And they have the county attorney there, so they make sure that everything is covered that they're supposed to cover. But one thing I do need to encourage is that with these rezoning projects, the public needs to get involved. They need to come and comment, and they need to know what's going on, and that's why this stuff has to be put on the county website so they know what's coming up.
Yeah, I just for clarification, their agendas for the county are always posted a week in advance, and because I get a copy, and so they are posted to the county's website, and they're posted a lot longer earlier than these guys post theirs. We just got the one for the town. They're meeting Monday. It just came out on Thursday. The county meets on Tuesday at 9:30. Theirs came out on like Monday or Tuesday. But so it is posted out there, but I don't know if people go to the website or anything like that. No, it's certainly not publicized on a TV station or a news press website or anything like that. So unless you're involved in an issue in your community, you're probably not going to a county meeting unless something affects you, right?
Well, I mean, a big rezoning project is going to affect a lot of people.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Rezoning, lane widening on what is it, Alico, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that's expanding.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Yep.
Can I ask?
Please do.
All right. So, talking about housing, what about affordable housing? What are your thoughts on that? What are your answers to that problem? Because it's really expensive for many people.
Yeah.
And if you're not building multi-level home, what's your answer to that?
Well, affordable housing, it's not a bad thing, and I think that
or workforce housing, because
not at all. It's actually not a bad thing. There's a misconception with it. People think it's low income housing, and it's not. You know, and yes, the county commission should allow a certain number of units per year for affordable housing. We should do a lottery, or for maybe a grant for people, to relocate, and to determine what type of jobs are needed here, and it's not a bad thing at all. I'm all for it.
So the other question is, what's the solution to the homeless problem in Lee County?
Solution to the homeless problem. Yes, we do have a bit of a homeless problem. We need to offer services, rehabilitate, offer jobs to these people, get them back into the workforce, get them some sort of housing. And I think we just need to take a little bit more initiative and not ignore it. I think it's been ignored.
Okay. Do you, is there anything that we might have missed that you want to make sure that anyone watching, because again, for folks that don't know, even though there's districts kind of set up in the county, everybody on the beach or everybody that is a resident of Lee County gets to vote. And if you're a Republican, you get to vote in the primary, but you still get to vote one way or the other in November for the county seat, even though Ray Sandelli is our representative on the beach. You still get to vote countywide. So
That's
please tell people why to vote for you.
Yeah. So
look right into the camera.
Yes, there you go.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to be a commissioner for the people. I have no agenda. I have no special interests. I want to do the right thing. I have a great plan, a great platform. I want to work with the people, and vote for me. I won't let you down. I'm not a politician. I'm not a big developer. I'm not going to owe any favors to anyone. I'm going to have no agenda except for what's do the best interest of the people of Lee County.
And so how can people get in touch with you if they have questions?
Or donate to your campaign?
You can call me at, should I give my phone number now? It's okay.
It's okay with us because they're not going to be calling me. They'll be calling you.
I mean, I give my phone number out to anyone.
Yeah.
239-922-3793. Text or call me. Also, you can go to Gambino for Lee County, FL for Florida at yahoo.com. Email me anytime, and we'll get back to you.
And if they need some kind of back work, where should they go to see your business? Is there a website? Is there a website that your business has?
No, just call my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe, thanks so much for coming on. Good luck in the race, and we'll see you in a few weeks at the polls. Where will you be hanging out with signs during the primary day? Which precinct will you be at?
Well, my precinct is 50, but
Which one is that? Where is that?
50 is actually it's in Lehigh Acres.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. All right, Joe, thanks a lot. And thank you for bringing your lovely family down. And you get 50% off your breakfast if you're going to stay and eat.
You. They're probably hungry. That's fantastic.
Joe Gambino, everybody, running for Lee County.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody, before we get to Eliza, we will be doing Fort Myers. Just don't stare at me. I know. We're going to be doing trivia. We have great questions from Lee, who's writing a book about Fort Myers Beach, by the way. So all this stuff is fresh on his mind. I need to tell you about a day like today. You want to go down the street from here and get yourself some Royal Scoop ice cream. Royal Scoop is the official ice cream. Did you know we had an official ice cream for Beach Talk Radio? It's called Royal Scoop. And they have all kinds of ice cream. They have sugar-free flavors, dairy-free flavors, coffee flavors, candy bar flavors. They have incredible key lime pie, award-winning rum raisin bread pudding. I don't know even where you enter a contest to put your rum raisin bread, but when you find it, your ass is going to get kicked by Royal Scoop. They're open from 12 to 9 every single day. And if you go down there, see Jeff, he's going to give you a free scoop of ice cream on us. I just made that up, but ask for the free Beach Talk Radio scoop and see what he does. He's there later in the day because he has to sleep late because he's old. Royal Scoop is the official ice cream of Fort Myers Beach. Now, I'm going to make sure that you take care of this right now, wife, because you cannot, yes, you're going to do that right now, because you have been asked to do one thing and one thing only every week, and that's to make sure that our friends at the Fort Myers Tiki Tours are taken care of.
I know. I feel like I should do it twice. And, you know, I really like them. So it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with my memory being so bad. So Fort Myers Tiki Tours. Take a nice, relaxing 90-minute tour out through the bay. Maybe you'll see some wildlife. You might see a manatee. I was out there not too long ago, saw a manatee. You might see a sea turtle. You might see a stingray, a shark, all sorts of stuff. You can go in the day. You can go at the sunset. You could go on Father's Day. You could go on Mother's Day. You could go with your friends, your family, your foes. I don't care. But give them a call at 239-887-0042. They go out of Salty Sam's, and you can reach them also at FortMyersTikiTours.com.
You think after all the times that you've read that, you would not need the cheat sheet?
I get nervous. That I'm not going to remember the phone number, or, I mean, the website's easy because it's them. But I get nervous that I'm not going to.
Ladies and gentlemen, now coming down the aisle for Beach Talk Radio's second guest of the day, our good friend Eliza Aguilar. I don't even know if I said that name, but the crowd is going wild. The crowd is going wild. Have a seat. Join the show. And Eliza, there are several reasons why I wanted to have you on the show. And the first reason is because I have a feeling that you're a natural for this kind of thing.
Well, this is my first time, Ed and Kim. Yeah. A little nerve-wracking.
Are you from Tennessee?
No.
You have kind of like a southern accent.
Tennessee.
No?
Where are you
Family
from?
roots are from Olive Hill, Kentucky, down
Kentucky.
in the holler.
Yeah.
Oh, you live
Every
in a
night.
holler. I
Well,
love
that's
that.
where they originated. So,
What is
yeah,
it called?
A holler.
the
what is
holler.
that?
Down in the, you know,
It's
you
like
go up and down the mountain around some gravel roads and curves, past a few swamps and creeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
The holler.
Crick?
No cell
What is
service.
it? What is a crick?
my really good friend is from West Virginia, and she lives in a holler.
Understood.
Yep.
It's a fun place to be.
Yes, I think it's great. I would like to be in a
The
holler.
other reason I wanted to have you on was
I want
because
to be in a holler alone.
those videos that we play of Island Carts FMB and JPS Vacation Rentals, and you've done other ones like
Yes.
for other businesses. Which ones have you done videos for?
Tuckaway Brewery, the new Lazy Coconut Brewery,
Yeah.
Tuckaway Cafe, not Tuckaway Brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done some for Nervous Nellies.
Yeah.
I try to just kind of be
Yeah. And you
where
do,
I can and just plug.
and you work for JPS. You work for,
Correct.
did I see Bruiser make an appearance here a little while
Bruiser
ago?
did make an appearance. He was my VIP chauffeur this morning.
Oh,
I
he
wanted to
drove-
make sure I got here
Did
safe
he
and
drive
sound.
you down on an island cart or did he drive
No,
you
we
down?
should have. They're
Yeah.
all rented out though, so that's a good sign.
They're what?
They're all
Oh,
rented
rented
out. The
out.
island
Oh,
carts.
nice. Now watch your head on that,
Wow.
that guitar thing. I don't want you to get
yeah.
injured there.
Yeah.
So,
So she does all the
oh,
video.
the videos, yeah.
Yeah.
we're going to play a couple of videos so
We
people
have
can.
no skills with that.
No, I tried to pick your brain on putting together a couple of those videos for our show, and what I made her do was go like back to the different shows
There he is.
and look for videos that were funny, and then all of a sudden you hear her cackling in the other room because she pulled up the video of Alyssa LeMay. And then there was another one. Of course, I always want the Todd Truax interview to be in every video because it was so. And then you look at it and you're
But
like,
it's cringy. It's
you're
not.
like-
it doesn't make me laugh. It makes me cringe. It
I
makes
think
me-
you were
oh.
chuckling a little bit at when I said something about the
No,
flag.
that's
I would, by the way, for the record, I would never do that with an American flag because that would be totally defacing the flag. But other than that, of course,
Well, it wasn't an American flag. He had
a
that.
Biden flag.
Yeah.
Are you a Biden fan? Let's just get that on the table right now.
Eliza doesn't talk politics. My
Oh,
son
nice.
is a political major.
No politics.
I don't.
Really.
I
Wow.
just believe that everyone is entitled to their right and their opinion, and
I
I
see.
respect that as I
Gotcha.
ask mine to be respected.
Yeah. Well, what is
my-
yours?
My son in politics, I've learned in running bars for a long time.
Yeah.
Politics and religion are kind of,
Oof.
Now, who did
And-
you vote? Who
and
did you?
finances.
Oh wait, we got to do the speed round with Eliza.
All
We
right.
definitely have to. Now,
Okay.
did you know what the questions are going to be because you listened to the show? You went back and you listened. You cheater! Damn it! All right, so we're going to start the
Might
clock.
have to throw some new
Yeah,
ones.
I
at-
did,
Dog
I
or
did.
cat
I,
person?
no. I didn't start the
Dog?
clock yet.
Hello.
Oh, stop
Yeah, right.
now! Cut the crap. I added some new ones in there because I was afraid that she was going to go
Okay,
back.
Start
All right.
the timer.
clock
you big
is running.
baby.
What is your favorite color?
purple.
Quick.
That was quick.
Yeah.
That wasn't on the last thing.
Okay.
Favorite TV show growing up? I thought you went back and listened to the
I don't know,
questions.
Brady Bunch. There's a lot of good
Wow,
ones.
that was way long ago. That's
Yeah,
like the
I'm
60s.
vintage, Ed.
How old are you?
44.
Oh, you're not that vintage. You're not as vintage
Vintage
as her.
enough. My son looks at me like I'm crazy.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
Top Gun.
Oh, cut it out. I knew you were going to say
Hello,
that.
I have two
Two.
chihuahuas, Goose and Maverick.
Oh,
It's a real thing in my household.
Who are the three most interesting people that you know and why? And they have to be outside your family.
Paul Tibbets, met him growing up. He was my grandfather's good friend. He was the pilot for the Enola Gay that dropped the bomb on
Oh.
Hiroshima.
I didn't know that.
wow.
I love
I mean, I
history.
knew
I'm a nerd.
I mean, I knew he dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. I just didn't know that was his name.
Dow Hokoana.
She's done all your ink.
She
Right?
has done my ink, her vibe, her soul.
All right,
more
you don't have to go
tattoos.
into the
We've had
details.
her
Just
on.
answer the
She
question,
is
please.
good.
Just
Yeah,
answer
yeah,
the
yeah.
question.
You know I'm an in-depth person. This OCD.
Just who's the third one now? Come on, get with it.
Ed Ryan.
Oh, stop the
Oh,
crap.
please don't say that.
I'll accept your answer.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
If you had 30 minutes in a tape recorder, who would you interview?
It's Kennedy.
Which
No,
one?
there
I can bring him back.
John F. or
John
okay,
F.
John F. Okay. If you won $1 million in the lottery, what would you do with the money?
You
Get
should
my
say
own
100
island
million.
and just have a dog farm.
There you
dog
go.
farm.
Me and Chihuahuas, just puppies,
Like a
dogs
dog
in general.
rescue.
I love the island
I do
idea.
a lot of dog walking and things for
Nice.
island puppies.
Yeah.
They're my vibe.
Now your hand is shaking. Why? Why is your
You're
hand
making me
shaking?
nervous.
I
You got that
see.
bell ringing.
What is your most embarrassing moment in life?
Let's hope it's not today.
Definitely not today. Most embarrassing moment. Jesus, God in heaven. Probably when I was kicked down a water slide on vacation one year, like a long time ago. At the top of a water slide, the lifeguard, he stop, everybody, the other side gets to go. My brother pushed my inner tube and I go flying down.
Oh.
But I'm not supposed to, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs.
Why is that
I didn't
embarrassing?
do it.
Oh, because he
Well,
told you not
because-
to
yeah.
go.
And it's
I
on
see.
video, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, and my swimsuit was doing things it probably shouldn't have. Pretty uncomfortable. I
Yeah.
wasn't prepared.
What happened to your swim trunks? They came off? Is that what
Well,
you said?
no, but it was a wild ride.
I see.
Yes.
Do you know what the most embarrassing moment for the principal of the beach school was? Did you hear that?
I didn't.
She got depantsed. Not while she was the principal.
Well, I'm glad it was.
It was a
that.
different
That'd be some
time in
serious
life, but that was a good one.
That's a
Right.
good one.
What was
What's your
your-
most embarrassing?
My most embarrassing. I'll have to think about that. I'm never embarrassed. What about you?
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be hard
You
for me
say
to
our wedding
filter
day, and I'm going to
through.
pop you in the head. All right,
well,
last question.
I did fall at our wedding, and that was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, because she was running after the money.
I
No,
thought she was
Somebody-
running away from you.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
someone went to do a dip, and they didn't catch, and I went right
went to do
flat
the
on
dip?
someone who attended our wedding
Who
and
was it?
wanted to do a dance.
Who was it?
I'll tell you later.
Wait a second.
you
Somebody
not
that wasn't
remember
supposed to
that?
be there.
Story.
I was a little
How do
inebriated.
you not? There's
All right.
pictures.
Maybe
of
it was you that was supposed to.
Last question, Eliza. If you were to ride across the country in an RV, who would it be with? One person in the RV with you. Like, that's a long ride.
I know who mine
Yeah.
would be.
Shut up. Pick a
I
person,
would
Eliza.
go-
Come on. This is
Give
1
her a
minute.
minute.
This is 1 minute of questions turned
You
into 4
dragged
minutes.
it out.
I can take 10 if I need to.
That's
Ed.
right.
Liza runs on Liza rules. The one person I would take with me across the country would be my daughter Vanessa.
Oh, that's so sweet.
No, like she's
Yeah.
a great person, has overcome a lot, and
Okay. Now we're gonna
It's
ask
fun
some.
memories.
Now we're gonna ask some
Yeah.
personal questions. Now,
Sure.
why do you have a nose ring?
because I chose to be different. I've had it
Yeah.
for a long time. People, it was an unaccepted thing, and I've always been a
Why?
rule bender, rule breaker. It's fun
She's
for
not.
me.
Her feelings are not going to be hurt, dear.
Not
Don't
at
give me the
all.
I'm
googly
just gonna
eyes.
take the bell. Good question, because that's not a good question.
It's
The-
okay. And I've been thinking about
Well,
getting the
it-
other side done. I
Oh,
want the
that
other
would
one done
look-
with a stud.
Wouldn't that look weird? Like
I am the
two-
queen of weird, Ed. Hello.
So has somebody ever actually pulled on it accidentally and it hurts like a mother grabber?
Myself.
You pull on it.
Well, it's been
Get
caught in
caught.
a tissue before because
Oh, does
it'll
it
make
bleed?
your eye water. No,
Good God.
no, like
How
I
do
don't
you
even know it's there anymore. It's been there.
So
for
how many
long.
tattoos do you have? Like, and I'm sure they all have meaning, but
They
you
do.
have a lot of tattoos.
47 currently.
40. Has Dow done every one of them?
No, but probably better than half.
Yeah.
Before I moved to the beach, I would schedule an appointment with her when I would come down so that I knew I got my Dow tattoo every year. And
Yeah.
since I've lived here, New Year's Day, birthdays, and any other time in between.
I
that
mean,
sounds
are you
fun.
running
So
out-
did you?
Go
I
ahead.
just want. You were in Kentucky. Is it then
Indiana
you came?
actually is where
Oh,
I
okay.
was raised,
Okay.
but our family line is from Kentucky.
What
Got
was
it.
the first tattoo you ever got?
I knew you were going to ask me
Thank
that,
you
so I
very
was
much.
ready.
All right.
I have a cross over here with my son's name in the middle of a whole mural now.
Okay.
Oh,
Kind of in the middle.
So it was,
my son
it was
and my
less.
God
It
were
was
the-
less than that when
it
you
was
first got
originally it was just Jackson and a cross.
Cool.
I remember tattoos. My daddy would come home from work and hang up his tool belt, and I would see these tattoos on his arms. And those were some early memories that I just
Badass. Your
loved.
dad was a badass.
He was, man.
Yeah.
What
was
did he
the
do?
Best. He was a cop, a fireman,
Yeah.
a
Oh,
truck
wow.
driver. He was the
Jack
best
of all
ever.
trades.
All the
Yeah.
real,
Master of none, but yes, indeed, he
Yeah.
loved everything.
but all those real jobs when you had to work hard.
Yeah, so I was just wanted one because of him, and then your body's a canvas, and
It
I
is.
like to
Yeah.
I like to
Dear,
express
my
myself.
body is a canvas. Remember that later when we're alone.
Oh no, we're not.
I
you're
want
not
you to
going
paint
there.
some love on my canvas.
Oh.
So, Eliza, while we're chatting, let's ask our first trivia question. Fort Myers Beach trivia question. Now, what prize do you want to give away first?
The first one, let's do one of our JPS gift bags.
All
just
right.
because-
What do you got in there?
So we have a $50 gift certificate for JPS vacation rentals.
Okay.
Wow.
We have a beach towel, a pool pillow, some sunscreen.
Oh, you got it right here.
koozies.
Very
I got
nice.
Everything.
All
Well,
right.
why don't you?
Everything you need to have
Can
a
you
good fun
grab one?
vacation.
You want me
can
to grab one
while I ask
All
the
right.
question. I'm not ambidextrous. So here's the first question. Now, the way this works is we don't have a phone line. So the first person that types in the correct answer to this question is going to win the first prize. We're going to throw a T-shirt in there and a magnet. And did you see the magnets? I know you
saw those. Those are
very
amazing.
nice, yeah. And you guys have been doing a lot of great stuff for our show by putting magnets in all the vacation homes and probably scaring the guests away. But the first question is, what was the original name of Pete's Time Out? This is from Lee Melsek. Now, I checked this with John Lalo because there were other names before this name, I guess, or after this name. But I'm looking for a specific name.
The original.
So if you know the answer to that question, then and you can't be a Lalo, your last name can't end in Lalo, you win this fabulous prize package. Now, the gift certificate will get you $50 off a room.
Off of a rental through JPS.
And you guys have rentals all over the island. And
we've got them all over this island, San Carlos Island, all the way up some of the 55 and over communities on San Carlos Boulevard as well.
55 and over on San Carlos Boulevard. Where's that?
Indian Creek.
Oh, I see. Like
a few of those parks in there.
All right. And you got a T-shirt. Very nice.
Just
and the question is, stop Googling it, people. If you don't answer it, if you're Googling it, you have to be honest that you're a cheater. I mean, would that even come up on Google?
No.
Like, what was the original name?
See, pineapples.
That's a towel.
Happy.
A pineapple
Very nice.
towel.
What was the original name of Pete's
I
Time
don't
Out?
complain.
The first person
That's
that types in the Facebook
I have
chat
no
box
idea.
wins. What? You have no idea what?
I have no idea the answer to that.
What do you
no
got there?
idea
What's that other
It's
prize?
a pool pillow.
Nice.
Oh,
Very
Isn't that
nice.
fun?
That is fun, but you can take it camping too.
You can take it anywhere you want to, even
Look
the
at
bathtub.
that! And does it keep you cool?
It says it does, but in this 100 and hell, I'm
No.
not sure how that's going to work.
Sorry, Bob. I'm gonna have to give you the buzzer on that one. It was
What was
not.
that?
He said just time out. Good guess though. Does Bruiser know what the original name of Pete's Time Out
Well,
was?
he can't win.
He doesn't know. What?
Oh,
He has no idea. Maybe that's
sunscreen.
harder than I thought. You know, John Lalo was. You see now, Joe's sending in his
Can
daughters
you
again.
give some? Can you
What'd he
give
say?
a clue?
No, I don't want to give out any clues. So that's going to be the first prize. So Eliza, so you were telling us about your son's tattoo. Give us some other history of your ink there.
One of my favorites is my grandma outside of her high school in
Wow,
1947.
That is
It just shows her class, her style,
Yeah.
with her signature. Bible verse she used to read to me when I was a little girl. God is within her; she will not fog.
Who? So
God will
did
help her break a day.
who did the?
My Indiana artist had done this, and then the rose garden for her. She was the master.
It's hard to do faces. That one's.
Yeah, it's
I love
probably
that.
one of my
I'm giving the
absolute
buzzer
favorites.
to Bob and Beth, Mickey. They're all wrong. Bob. So apparently this was harder than I thought. This is what Lee told. And by the way, Lee
Oh,
Melsek
that's a fun name.
is writing a book about the history of Fort Myers Beach. That's going to be
Well,
a
apparently
bestseller.
that's needed.
All right, so let's go to question number 2, Eliza. Same package, same prize package. What did the Islanders call Times Square before it was named Times Square? Now, how long have you been here on the beach?
I've lived here now for almost 5 years.
Oh, 5 years. So you weren't here when they had the road here where they would drive cars through and
No,
all
but
that.
I have lots
How
of
cool.
pictures saved. I'm a nerd.
I think
I've
they should go
researched the
back to
history
that.
and the old photos, and it was very neat. I love the vintage
Yeah.
hometown feel of
Yeah.
it.
What do you think of eliminating all cars and just going bicycle? What do you think of that? Good
Like,
idea?
I think it would be fantastic.
Yeah.
However, I don't think it's feasible for people,
Why?
unfortunately. Medical and health issues.
Yeah. You couldn't
Well-
get it on your bike and ride to the doctor if you needed to? That'd be
I
out of the
could.
question.
My
Yeah.
son might not be able to.
The heat too. I mean, it's
Too
too
hot.
hot.
Yeah.
It's too hot for. And then in the afternoon, what are you going to do when it's pouring down rain?
What do you mean? Stay in the
You
house.
get a free shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if you're on your way home from work?
I see. Yeah. You probably get wet.
You're going to wipe out.
That would be the next invention that somebody needs to come up with, something to keep people dry. I
Nope.
mean, it only rains for 1 hour.
We can all wear the
beach,
umbrella
so.
hat.
You see Joe's daughters, aren't they cute? I mean,
They are
he
very
he
cute.
ambushed us with the kids. We
That's
couldn't ask
good.
them hard questions. The square is correct, and where's the bell?
It-
Beth wins the first package that is correct. Oh no, sorry, you're wrong. It's not it. My
I
mistake.
was like, gonna
Wait.
I
give
don't
a
even have on my
clue.
glasses, Eddie.
You're
I was
wrong,
kind of,
Beth. I have to take the prize back. Sorry about that. Question number 2
No.
is what did the Islanders call Times Square? You're close, but not right. Sorry. I just
So
teased you
I'm gonna
about
give
that.
a clue.
Okay, give a
It's
clue.
a place that you take your kids to recreate. It's another name for a place that you would take your kids to recreate and
Good one,
and
dear.
have a
Very
good time.
good. You're good at this. Very good. So we have 2 questions out there and no answers. And I asked
Where's
Lee
a place?
I asked Lee to give us easy questions, but apparently our audience isn't as smart as I thought they were, Eliza. So I apologize for that. Let's go to question number 3 while we're waiting for all these people to hit the Google button. What hurricane created new pass on the causeway to Bonita? Do you know the answer to that, Eliza?
I do not.
You fit right in with our audience. There.
Yes, we have
I
a
feel
winner.
at home.
The
Thank you.
park,
Leanne.
Leanne. Okay,
Leanne won.
gets the first
Now
prize
read
package.
the next one.
What?
Which hurricane
Go ahead.
created new pass on the causeway to Bonita?
Charlie is
Not correct.
You're getting the buzzer. Lee.
It was a while ago.
Look
a
at
long
everybody
time
thinking
ago.
it was Charlie. Lee Ann Messerschmidt wins the first prize. Eliza, she's going to get the package. If I don't write it down,
Yes.
I'll never know who won. Donna,
Congratulations,
yes,
Leanne.
Donna is correct.
Yes. Susan.
I don't even know what she wins. When was the last wooden lifeguard structure pulled off of Fort Myers? Look at everybody's now they're asking questions. They said screw answering questions. We're just going to ask questions.
So the
They're
first
rewriting trivia.
prize was the gift bag.
Yeah.
Shall be the second prize that Susan Marie won?
Let's do 2 pints of the beer for
2
the Lazy
pints?
Coconut
Wait.
Brewery.
All
should
right.
should we find out if Susan actually drinks beer? What if she
We
doesn't
can do
drink
that.
beer?
We
So
can
the,
switch it out.
Susan, would you appreciate
this is so silly
gift
what we're doing here.
certificates for 2 pints of beer?
Susan Maria wins the 2-pint second prize. All right, let's come up. What's the third prize going to be, Eliza?
2 free entrees at Nervous Nelly's.
Oh, by the
Oh,
way,
boy,
did you
that's a
know
good
that?
one.
You know what yesterday was? Tyler's birthday.
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
was it?
Happy birthday, Tyler Lemmer. What is he like? 30? I mean, he's crazy young.
Yeah.
He is.
And
He's
so
awesome,
we
dude.
have 2 entrees at Nervous Nelly's.
4.
Have you seen their new floating docks and fish lights?
It looks
Oh,
awesome.
I
I've
love
not
it.
seen the
Dude,
fish
I had to make
Uh,
a trip down there just for that. It was awesome.
I need to. Well, let's ask the question, then I'll
Okay.
tell you. I'm glad you brought that
Hot
up.
squirreled, sorry.
Number 4 is what year was the Sky Bridge opened? What year was the Sky Bridge opened? Does anyone know?
The Sky
Susan
Bridge.
likes beer. Thank God Susan likes beer. She's going to like that beer.
We're lucky. Thank you,
The
Susan.
third
Enjoy.
prize goes to can answer the question the year the Sky Bridge was open. And I want to tell you that a clue is the hostages were still in Iran at the time. Bet you couldn't figure that one out, huh? I bet you didn't see that one coming.
So
Eliza.
how is
didn't. You
that
threw
a
me
help?
I mean, it gets you in the rough range.
Oh,
there.
very close.
Bob is close. Judy is close. So sorry, you guys are all getting the buzzer. Now you're just guessing dumb guesses now.
No,
You
Bob
don't
is
know the
really
answer.
close. Oh, you're dancing around it.
I got to the beach early today because I wanted to count the homeless people. I don't know why I was in a homeless counting mood.
Bing, bing, bing,
but
bing,
who
bing.
got it? Barbara.
No.
Oh, no, Robert. Okay.
No.
You're Robert.
Jeez.
Robert got
Yes.
79.
Tiffany.
19. Oh, wait, Tiffany. No, wait, who's first? Kathy is first. Kathy got it first. Look
All
at how
right, there you
Kathy
go.
Boussold. Now, you cannot win more than one prize. Of course, this is an FCC-regulated radio station, so you have to wait every 30 days before you can win another prize. We probably won't have prizes for another 30 days. Now, wait a second now. I got to write Kathy's name down. Kathy won. What did Kathy win?
She won the
2 entrees for Nervous Nelly's.
Nervous Nellies for Kathy. Very nice. All right,
Whew.
so I came
You know,
down.
I just have to say, every
it.
time we try and do this,
We'll never.
and
Nobody
we
will ever do.
appreciate you coming on
We
and
wind up
doing this.
keeping all the prizes.
No, we don't.
She does.
It
She
just-
gives it to her mom.
You go too fast. You don't slow down, and you screw it all up.
So much for you being nice to me. Last week she said that
that's
she was going to
just
be
the
nice to me.
truth,
That lasted
though.
about 30 minutes
She's
before
telling us we got to pause for the cause.
Yeah. So I
Hmm.
came down early because I wanted to count the homeless.
Mhm.
You know, there's a bit of a homeless problem here.
A bit.
And so I wanted to see what I could find early in the morning when it was just turning from dark to day. And so I start walking down
Dark
toward. You're
to
sweating.
day.
You want
It's my-
something to
My
wipe your brow
personality
off?
just radiating.
You want some water, or would you
No,
like a
I'm
beer
good.
or something? Or
I'm good.
Yeah.
We've got cloth. We're
And I start walking down toward the Nervous Nellies. And so, I'm not really paying attention. And somebody was laying on one of the benches on Old San Carlos. He looked like he was 25 years old. He had nice red sneakers on. He was a younger person. Now he had a bicycle and a
What's your
backpack.
point?
So I think the clue about being homeless is you have your bicycle and a backpack, or a bicycle and a bag of things.
I'm not getting
So he
anywhere
startled
near
me.
what
He
you're
might not have.
saying.
Maybe he was just drunk.
Perhaps the vortex got him.
Yeah, maybe he was just drunk and he was just laying there. And so that was one. And then I walked
Maybe he
down
was
to
tired.
Nervous Nellies, and the Bayside Park is coming along nice.
It is.
I mean,
Can't wait
in
to
the
see it finish.
pictures, it looks 100 times bigger
Right.
than what it is, but they have the shade up and the stage cover is up, and so that's coming along nice. And the sign says December. What am I talking too
Is
much?
this what she came down
Yeah,
here
we're
for?
practicing,
to listen
dear.
We can
to
talk
you
about it
go
in the morning.
blah
It's
blah
fine.
blah.
I think that you could be part of a podcast. You're that entertaining. I mean, if I let you talk some, you'd be even more entertaining. But so Bayside Park is coming along nice, and Wahoo Willie's. Oh, that's going to be a people watching
saw that
spot.
when I was
man.
that'll
down.
be
It's
great.
gonna
That
be
really is
fun.
going to be cool. So anyway, turn back around. I took one of the free newspapers that nobody reads out of the Observer box, and I came back and I saw that there was another homeless guy laying over here, and he had all his shit laying out on. He was sleeping on the bench. But I want everybody to know the first thing I saw was the Lee County Sheriff's Department went over to him and they said, hey, you can't sleep here. And of course, he just went over to the bus stop by 7-Eleven. But they were out being active this
great.
morning. And, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. I get up between 3 and 4 for work every morning, and I start traveling the island. And there have been several encounters that just make you learn to be aware.
Right.
We do have a problem.
Yeah, you always need to be aware of
Yeah,
your
why would you
environment.
need to be aware? Because they might get aggressive.
Well, at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's typically still dark out. And I've learned places where the homeless will typically sleep.
Like where?
Entryways, vestibules, whatnot. As I'm going to check on properties or going into one of our businesses, you will happen upon them and it'll startle you.
Yeah.
And you will startle them, and then it's a shit show.
Right. You can say that. Don't worry. You're good. So, Mickey, or is it Mikey? It's Mickey. Loves your hair, Kim.
Thank you.
So we have 2 more questions. What's going to be prize number 4, Eliza Aguilar?
We've got a few more certificates for the Lazy Coconut Brewery for beer.
Now, for those of you that don't know, the Lazy Coconut Brewery recently opened at the Tuckaway Cafe, and we have, by the way, we scheduled our second new candidate debate or forum for Royal Scoop. So it's kind of going to be like right over there. So hopefully we'll get to taste some of that beer. Have you tasted any of that beer yet?
I do not drink.
You don't drink?
I have not.
Oh, I'm not sure we're going to be able to be friends.
Oh, we're going to be great friends. It's okay. I drink lots of water.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So how long have you not had anything to drink? Like forever? You're like, you've never had a drink?
Oh no, I've had plenty to drink.
Oh, I see.
Health issues, medication.
you don't need to get personal.
If
you don't want to.
Okay, dear, ask the question.
4 years.
Sorry.
Golly.
What question are we up to? Did I ask the Skybridge question already?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Who wants to win some beer?
Yeah.
All right,
Who
we're
is
giving away.
the
Are we allowed
island's
to give away beer?
longest resident?
Who is the island's longest resident? Now, this is a great question. Do you know who that is? You don't know? Well, you've only lived here 5 years. You haven't been like part of the history
I
of
don't
the
have
island.
the
Now,
history books
people
down.
that are history of this island will know that name because it's a popular name amongst the historians on the beach. So, whatever the prize is,
You're hiding it.
I don't want
have
you
on
to
my
cheat.
glasses. I
You can't see that
anything.
far? Good. Do you guys know who the longest resident on the island is? You do know.
You know?
It's not you. Cut it out. By the way, the person who it is 91 years old.
It's
91
not
years old.
Anita.
Mitch,
There
you
you
nailed
go,
it. You
Mitch.
nailed it, Mitch. Mitch knows that kind of
I
shit.
know. So
It is Fran Santini.
Yes. So write that down, Mitch.
Mitch gets, of course, Mitch gets free beer. I
There
mean,
you
perfect for
go.
Mitch. You know what? Mitch takes lots of pictures of food. I don't know if you noticed that on
I
Facebook,
know, he
but
does.
he's always out eating.
Food
and
makes
he's
you
always,
happy.
I know,
Makes
but
me happy.
he's got the life for some reason. We haven't had Mitch on the show in a long time.
It's been a long time.
When was the last time? I don't even remember
I'd
why
have
we
to
had
look
him on the
back.
show, other than he's a character. So Mitch gets the beer. I'm going to make a note like that.
And then
so.
you have one more.
We can
One
deliver
more
bag.
Mitch's to him. We
Oh,
do.
okay. We have one more bag.
I don't have any
So now
questions, so you're going to have to ask one.
I had one and then it went, oh my gosh, what was it? You talk amongst yourselves.
Well, what we can go back to the listening audience and ask that question. Here it is, right here. When was the last wooden lifeguard structure pulled off? That's kind of hard.
That's
too hard. Only the
I
old
do
people
miss
would know
those,
that.
though. Those are vintage fun.
I can't
What?
believe
The wooden lifeguard stations.
Oh, they used to have wooden lifeguards
Oh,
That's
I know.
That's fun.
out here.
I have an easy
I
one.
see. All right. How easy is it?
It's
I mean, come
easy.
on. What's the prize,
What's the-
Eliza?
It's the gift bag.
Another
There's
gift
another
bag.
gift
We've
bag.
got
All right.
another
Yeah.
JPS gift bag.
Cool.
What's the name of the Indian tribe that was here?
Caloosahatchee.
No, that's the river, you dummy.
There's an Indian tribe. Okay.
An Indian tribe that settled
That's
there
not
on
too
the
easy.
Mound
If I
House.
can't get it, it's not too easy. Okay, so whoever the very nice Peggy, but you're too late. Probably a Santini. You're probably too late. The Calusa.
Yes,
Mike.
there you go,
Very
Mike.
nice, Mike. You get the bell. See, too easy, dear.
And
I got to write Mike's name down. Go ahead.
you get a bell and you get a bag full with all those super
What's
great
in the bag
goodies.
again, Eliza? Let Larry.
In the bag is the beach towel, the pool pillow, $50 gift certificate, sunscreen, chapstick, koozies, Post-its, pen,
Wow.
you name it.
That's what you get when you get in. You check in the room.
Well,
You don't get
they
all
don't
that.
get all of that. These are special
Yeah.
Beach Talk Radio fun
Nice,
bags.
Oh, there
nice.
you go.
Now the chapstick isn't used, is it? It's new.
No, these
I mean,
are brand new ones.
How do you know if it's new? I mean, there's
It's got a
not.
safety seal.
I see. I don't
Yeah.
use chapstick, so
You
you've
should.
got
It'll
a
help
lot.
out here with this sun.
Yeah. How much? How come so much red lipstick? I'm wondering.
I told you, I like to just
Stick-
do
Oh,
me.
Yeah.
What have you
I'm
had
bald head
today?
and 6 foot tall. I've got to do something to look
Yeah,
like a girl.
well, there
Red
was a reason
lipstick.
why you shaved your head, right? You told
Yeah.
me that. Go ahead and tell
Yeah,
everybody.
so my nephew is at boot camp at Paris Island to become a Marine. He is having a hard time. He got pneumonia about 3 weeks in, right before Water Week started. I heard
What's
the
Water
troubles.
Week?
That's where they have to learn all of the water maneuvering, safety
I see.
training,
I have a
carrying
story
their
about that
garb.
afterwards.
It seems brutal. They
After
say
our
it's one of
next
the
guest.
worst weeks of their training.
Yep.
I knew
Is
he
he
was
going
struggling.
through Bud's training? Is that what that is? Or is it?
It's
No?
boot
It's
camp.
Marine boot camp for U.S.
I didn't know there was
Marines.
water
It's-
involved in boot camp.
Oh,
Hello, Marine.
there is 13 weeks
Okay,
of
Oh, I
very
see.
highly trained, stressful stuff. But I knew he was struggling.
Yeah.
And I send cards and letters and fun stuff all the time, but I needed to really show him Aunt Liza cared. So
Right.
I shaved off all of my hair for him and sent him a picture to let him know he wasn't alone. I wanted him to feel that
Nice.
we're there as much as we can be
Yeah.
and we support him. So
Here.
I will
Awesome.
rock the bald head until he graduates.
I think you should support
I
her.
cannot compete between her and Anita. There is some fabulous hair on this island, honey. I look better bald headed.
Dear, I'm sorry about saying this to your face, but Anita's hair is better than
I
yours. I mean, you
know, I
can't
know,
beat
Anita,
Anita's
My
hair.
I know.
hair. The girls have
I
it.
know.
Crazy.
I
I mean, how
know.
much time do you think? I mean, you got to put a lot of time into that
I know.
thing. I mean, it's just to keep it like that. When she was doing the COVID shows,
All right, dear. We
I think
need
she spent
to
an
let
hour
her
on the hair thing. We don't need to do anything.
We need to.
Where are these people going? They're not
They're-
going anywhere. They got
okay.
nothing to do but hang out, the Pete's. And this is a once in a lifetime shot
Well,
right
no,
here.
it is not.
I
She
know, I'm
will
just
come back
making that
on,
up.
We'll
wouldn't
come
you?
back anytime.
So when is he
Anytime.
graduating?
It is supposed to be August 26th.
Did they have
So-
the big ceremony? Will you go to the big ceremony?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Beaufort for the week. They
That's
filmed
in
Forrest
Montana?
Gump there,
Is
which
that
I
in
thought was
Montana?
cool.
It's in South Carolina.
South
I see.
Carolina.
Beaufort, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Never heard of
it.
it, but
Never heard
that's
of
where they filmed Forrest Gump.
I went to school there.
No kidding.
So I'm going to do some tours
Yeah.
and hang out and have a cookout for him on family day.
Yeah.
Donna
Good stuff.
wants to thank your nephew for his service. Well, he
Oh, yeah,
hasn't really.
absolutely.
You haven't had any service yet.
Hey, he's
so
doing boot
working
camp.
his
That's
ass
hard
off.
boot
enough.
camp,
He's
yeah.
Is
got,
he like rock solid, in shape, fit?
he is. His
six-pack
senior
abs?
year in high school, he was literally out here on the beach every weekend doing training that I was just impressed.
Like
He
what?
worked
What
a
was he doing?
full-time
How many push-ups can he do in
Running
1
through
minute?
the sand, swimming through it. I couldn't even tell you. More than me, Ed. Probably more than you.
I want to see a video of how many push-ups he can do in a minute.
When he comes
I'm up
home,
for the
we'll have
challenge.
a party and we'll let you come watch.
How old is he? 21?
18.
18.
18 years
I think
old.
I could probably, maybe not.
Yeah,
No,
my niece
maybe
is
not.
at West Point. She's got a few weeks left of
Wow.
cadet training. So, yeah, I'm the proud military.
Yeah.
aunt.
Yeah. Do you want to
the
redo?
kids.
Do you want to redo the questions? Or are you good with the ones you gave us? The answers you gave us.
I'm good.
She didn't give me answers.
Talking about the speed round. Dana.
Oh,
What do you want the people to know about why you should be elected to the Lee County Board? And
You are so full of shit, Ed. I'm too real for TV. I can't do it. No. No.
any other questions for Eliza?
no, I think
Thank
we're
you so
good.
much for the prizes. And
You still got 2 more gift certificates. You can
oh,
Add to
we're
whatever
using
or to a
those.
question.
Yeah,
Go for it.
I should
We're
have asked.
using those.
I should have asked.
I'm gonna need them after this.
I should have asked
And you
Lee
deserve them.
for some bonus questions, but I didn't. Thinking that still can't believe nobody knew that Pete's Timeout. The original name was the Breezy Freeze.
That's a fun name. Though.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool name. But John knew that there were like 2 other names beside that. So the Breezy Freeze. I don't know how far back that goes. What do you think of the Margaritaville thing?
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Super excited. I saw they were posting some artistry updates this morning. It's going to be good for the island.
Yeah.
There are so many people coming, the development going on. It's set dormant and ugly for a long time. Change is going to come. Change is good. You got to be the change. So I think it's great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I have
You're
your
welcome.
microphone. The microphone that I brought you is in that black bag in the scooter over there. So
thank you so much.
We got some fun stuff coming up that we're going to try with Eliza, and so stay tuned for that.
Awesome.
Thank
I appreciate
you so
it.
much
Thank
for
you
putting
all.
up with him so
And
much.
make sure
Thank you
that
for putting
you're-
up with me.
Oh no, it's a pleasure.
Make sure your nephew
you, dear.
works on his push-ups because I don't want to make him look
We're
bad
going to have a
at my
challenge in the
age.
front yard.
Nice.
You
Nice.
and Vincent. It's going down.
Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for the questions and all the
Absolutely.
gifts.
Thank you guys. I
Appreciate
appreciate you.
Eliza Aguilar, everybody. Aguilar.
Aguilar.
We have one more guest before we go, everybody. But I need to tell you about. Dear, go do what you're supposed to do. I'm going to read about Island Carts FMB. Because we know everybody is tired of driving around and spending $4 on Biden gas around town or wherever you live. And you might need to make a quick run to Publix, or you might need to just tool around on the beach when it's less busy. Like right now, it's a little less busy than season. Maybe you just want to look cool. You want to do it in an island cart because they're kicking ass right now with these carts. I don't know if you saw some of the souped up carts that look like, you live in the villages with those older people there. You could do it and look young doing it. You call Island Carts FMB. It's 844 FMB cart. That's 844-362-2278. Or you go to islandcartsfmb.com. And from what I understand, you might have to get your ass on a waiting list right now because they are sold out. Love to hear that. Sold out. They might need to order more carts. People love those. Hey, listen, don't go to one of those cheapy places where you get the ugly looking cart because it's all about style. If you don't look good, like if you don't have good hair, if you don't have a nice cart, if you don't have a good microphone with a nice box around it, then you got shit. You look like crap and people judge you. You're going to be judged in that crappy cart that you're driving around. And the little red ones that look like they're going to break down, they got half the tires filled. They're judging you. So get a nice cart so you're not judged, or at least you're judged like an elite. You're driving around cool in a cart. You want to be in a cool cart. And speaking of the cool people, you also want to make sure you have a nice pots because you don't want a Walmart pot or a Lowe's pot. You want a beach pottery pot. That's what you want. You want a real pot from Vietnam or Mexico, not some China pot, which is where they're getting that shit from Lowe's or Home Depot. You want a real pot from the Vietnamese because they're our friends. We love the Vietnamese. And they have thousands and thousands and thousands of pots. Outside pots, inside pots, pots for plants, pots for trees, pots for your mother-in-law when she croaks and you need somewhere to put her. Because you want to just
play her. Have a pot for ashes because I'm about to put yours in it.
Dear, this show is ratings bonanza.
No, it's not ratings.
You don't understand
bonanza.
entertainment when it hits you right in the face.
You are just so self-centered.
She doesn't get entertainment.
Apologize to me about before I even met him. Is this the guy?
Yes,
So you had to
that.
apologize in
That's
advance.
right.
Thank
She
you for
does
that.
that to all the guests.
She's warning us.
Yeah, that's
Some
right.
people should come with a warning. Don't
She-
you think?
she
A warning
does-
label.
She does that to all the guests, and it ruins it because you want the guests to be surprised. She doesn't understand how important entertaining is. She wants to talk about water
That's
and
a subjective thing.
the
That's a
crocodiles and the panthers, and
Okay,
nobody cares about
there's
the crocodiles and the panthers.
Not
Nobody.
crocodiles. Florida mostly has gators, you ding-a-ling. Anyways,
So, beach pottery. Can I finish the commercial?
Yeah, finish the commercial.
239-437-4211. That's 239-437-4211 for Beach Pottery, where you can also get coffee.
And it's really good.
Yeah. We need some good coffee. We've got crap coffee at our house. We have a Mr. Coffee from 78 when
have you seen
Joe
the
DiMaggio
machine
was
that
still
they
alive.
have there? They have a whole machine. They grind it fresh. They press it with some. They got a whole thing.
I'm going
there.
there. That
The
sounds
first
good.
thing
It's
I
good.
like to do when I get up in the morning after, of course, urinate, I have to go to the bathroom at my age,
Thank you for
is I
sharing.
like to have a nice cup of coffee.
Yeah.
We've got a crappy coffee, and it ruins your day when your coffee
Ruins
tastes like
It's
crap.
good to invest in your coffee.
Yes.
We used to have a Keurig. I
Can
don't know why we don't
introduce
have a
her
Keurig
before you
anymore.
just keep
Oh,
launching
and
in?
we're going to do the speed round. Go ahead. Introduce our last guest
So
of the
this
day.
is Annie Meehan.
Yeah.
Did
And
I
the
pronounce
crowd
it
is
correct?
going
Perfect.
wild for Annie.
And Annie is a international speaker. You're an author, and you're a wellness coach. Did I
Yeah.
get all
Yeah,
of that in?
transition coach, do lots of different things. Yeah.
Yes, and you're relatively new to the island.
Really
correct?
brand new. Bought the week of the 4th of July last year and moved here November 1st.
Wait, you bought a house on the beach the
I
4th of
bought a
July.
condo across the street from the beach.
How much did it cost?
$2.
No.
It was on sale. So
Wow.
$2.50 actually.
You live in a
but
box.
I live in a box, but it's a nice
Did the
box.
sheriff come and visit you this morning?
Not yet.
I see.
Don't tell him.
All right, before we get underway, speed round questions.
Okay,
What's
you
your
ready?
favorite? What's your favorite color?
Oh my gosh, that should be an easy question for me, right? But I'm gonna well, pink, blue. I like orange.
One
is
color.
happiness.
One
Yellow
color.
is hopefulness.
One color.
Today's yellow because it's hopeful, but pink's the friendliest. I can't pick one. I'm not a one.
Pink and
Decisions
yellow.
are hard. Pink and yellow. How
Dog
about
or, dog or cat?
that? Definitely a dog. Severely allergic to cats.
Oh,
Love
uh,
unshedding dogs.
If the world had no cats,
I
it would
love
be a better place.
Right? Sorry.
Favorite TV show growing up?
I'm in love with this one guy. Maybe you know him. I'm going to give you the hints and then you try to guess the show. Let's play backwards. He vacuums, single dad, and he was a nanny to a single mom. I'm madly in love with him, have been for years. Do you know who he was?
It was on The Odd Couple. It
No,
was
no. Very cute.
Wait, rewind. Say that again.
He
A single-
vacuums.
Yeah.
He was a single dad.
Mr. Smith on
And
Lost
he
in
was
Space.
a tutor.
Did you hear my question?
No.
Favorite TV
I
show
know, I want you
growing
to
up?
know this.
Growing up.
Who the guy? I'm in
The
love with
vacuum
this.
guy. You're
The thing-
still.
'cause
He's got to
I'm
be
gonna
80
meet-
years old now, or
That's
something.
what my
I
husband
mean,
says too, but I've still got a crush on him. He vacuums. He was a nanny to a single mom. Judith was the mom's name.
I can.
Come on, you guys, in the
I know,
80s.
I know.
All right. If
Oh, in
whoever
the
answers
80s.
that question is going to win a prize.
Okay,
That's
somebody
what we'll
knows
do. We
because
have two
he's super
prizes
cute.
left.
He's
Okay.
a boxer,
He's a boxer. Give the question out. Sugar Ray Leonard. No.
not
Give
a
the
real
question
boxer.
out one more time.
Okay, so my favorite TV show growing up was a single dad who was a nanny
Mhm,
to a single mom.
mhm.
I loved him
Tony
because
Danza.
yes, I'm in love with
Ah.
Tony Danza. That was my favorite.
What was the TV show?
Who's the boss?
I see.
Who's the boss?
Okay, that's a good one.
Right, that's a
Actually,
good one.
You were
Yeah,
ready
that
for
is a
that
good one.
question. I
I
don't know
wasn't. I didn't know, but I love him.
just like blank.
what are the three most. Who are the three most? Screw that question. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it?
Because I might have won last night. Sorry, don't chase me down if I won that $1 billion last night. And I'd buy really good toilet paper, is what I told my
Oh,
youngest
I
son. Really good toilet paper, number one. Number two, I just help people heal. Like
would
I
you
just
buy
keep doing
all
good
the
ones.
toilet paper you could? Like, is that
Only
what you
soft
mean?
toilet paper, and I send it to everyone I love because some people don't have soft toilet paper, and it's worse than not good coffee.
Can I tell you something? How much I want to give you a French kiss right now because she buys sandpaper because she's cheap. So she
But
buys.
you can be cheap, but never on toilet
No,
paper.
listen,
Never on.
No, she's cheap on the toilet paper, and I go to the bathroom.
It matters.
Girls don't go to the bathroom like guys
girls,
do.
no, girls
I'm
go.
sorry.
Some girls.
They want to go to the bathroom more, but they can't. Guys go to the bathroom more, and I know when she buys the cheap shit.
Yeah, never buy the cheap stuff.
You got to buy the
I
Charmin.
would keep working though, even if I won $1 billion last night, which I might have. I would still keep working because I love my work so much. But my husband will retire,
Mhm.
and I'd help save people like in different ways. I
Yeah.
do beautiful things.
So I'm so
Toilet paper,
happy
don't make.
about the toilet paper thing.
Yeah, see, there you go.
You,
I
under-
stumped him on the toilet paper. There you go.
you understand how important toilet paper is for a soft ass?
Listen,
mean,
there's
There's
if
nothing.
That's the only
You know,
soft
when you
side
don't,
you have.
here's the difference. Here's the difference. When you buy toilet paper that's soft, you can wipe.
You can wipe.
When you
That
buy
was a bell ringer. That
when
was
you
a bell
buy
ringer.
toilet paper that's like sandpaper,
Yeah.
you have to pat.
Yeah.
No wiping.
Don't go cheap.
No wiping.
Don't go cheap on the
Because
toilet paper. That's
There's going to
important.
be issues if you wipe with the sandpaper. If
Yeah.
you wipe,
I bet nobody has ever said if they had $1 million they'd buy toilet paper. Right
I'm
now,
with
you
you.
just
I'm
That's
with
a
it.
No one.
unique purchase.
If you had an RV and you could ride across the country in it,
Yeah.
who would be the one person that would sit in the passenger seat with you? not with you, or when you're driving, the passenger seat as a person, and you're driving from here to the homeless capital of the world, Los Angeles.
Does it have to be a person?
Yeah, it has to be a person. That's what I just asked you.
I know you
asked
for a person, but right away what went in my head is like Peanut, because Peanut bosses me around. He's my CEO. He's a 12-pound Shih Tzu, and he likes
dogs.
to drive. Okay, no dogs.
No. Has to be a person.
I mean, is it bad to say my husband? Because
yes, it's bad.
Okay, let's not say my husband.
Come on.
Okay, somebody more exciting than my husband.
So
Can it be
obvious.
Tony Danza?
There you go.
I
think
no,
Tony.
You can't use the same answer twice in one speed round. Come on.
But it could be anybody.
Like, I guess I always say that if I had the chance again, I was really blessed when I was 18. I was on the Oprah show, and I always say if I had the chance to meet her again, because I was very lost at 18, and say, hey, thank you. And because she always says in 97, she started doing things for other people, but no, in 86,
Oprah.
I was on her show and it changed my life.
You were on Oprah in 86?
Yeah, and I would tell her thank you. I just want to tell her, guess what? I was a broken, dysfunctional child.
Why were you on Oprah?
But I live an amazing life now. Well, she thought I was nominated by an organization in Minneapolis because they said I was an exceptional teenager.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell you I was not an exceptional teenager. I had dropped out of high school. I was working 3 jobs to support my 15-year-old brother so he didn't have to drop out of high school. But Oprah wanted to hear from 3 teenagers, one in Los Angeles, one in Chicago, and one in Minneapolis that lived on the street and how they were surviving.
You lived on the street?
Sometimes you do
Wow.
that. I don't anymore. That 250 box now has turned into a condo, but yeah. Yeah.
Is it something you can Google and find the show?
You can Google a lot.
Is it on YouTube?
I wish.
Oh,
it was 1986, and it was 5 days before her show was nationally syndicated.
Oh, no kidding.
And I've written her maybe 1,000 letters, and written to Gail, and written to other people, and you get a standard letter back. Oprah gets 100,000 letters a day, and I don't want anything from her. I just want to say thanks, because she told me I could become anything.
You see, when people get big, they don't care about
She might
anybody.
be listening to
She
the
might be
show.
listening. Hey, Oprah,
So
if
there
you're
you go,
listening.
Oprah. If you're listening, or
stop.
Gail,
I want to
pass
say
it
thank
on.
you.
So,
thank
dear,
you.
if you rode across the country in an RV, who would you sit with?
Oh, well, not you.
So you see, she said last week she was going to be nicer to me. That
Across-
lasted about 30
I
minutes.
would love to have if I could pull somebody back. I would have my grandma sit next to me.
Yeah, I would. I
That's
would.
my
Yeah,
answer
I
all the
would sit
time,
with
though.
George Washington.
Oh.
I would say, dude, what's with the slaves, man? I mean, come on. The slave thing has got to go. I mean, come on, that's wrong. What's with the slaves?
Yeah.
People are people, right? That's what I would say to him.
That's a good
Why are you
point.
looking at me like I'm crazy? There were
That's
slaves
not-
back
I just
then.
didn't think you. No,
Yeah. And I would say, okay, when it gets to 2020, people are going to be just as screwed up as you all are right now. I
Yeah.
mean, people are crazy in politics right now.
Can I
so-
change my answer?
No,
Go ahead.
sorry.
yes,
Go
I'll
ahead.
let you.
I just went to that. Well, now I kind of want to change it to my brother who passed away 30 years ago now, but I kind of want to change it to Elvis, which I know is kind of weird and random, but I saw
Oh.
his movie yesterday and I had no
What
idea.
movie?
I
The
heard
Elvis
that
movie.
was phenomenal.
Wait, there's an Elvis movie
Yes.
out?
And he was the best DEI speaker without ever saying a word.
Wait, DEI is what?
Diversity, inclusion,
I see.
diversity,
Yeah, you know what it is.
equity, and inclusion. Thank you very much.
You're
Just went
welcome.
blank on my head. But he just cared about people, like what you're saying
I
about
see.
Washington. Like Elvis just cared about, people made fun of him because
He didn't care about himself, though. I mean, he died
Well,
a
no.
fat slob,
Well,
didn't
that's
he?
because
I mean,
other people.
geez.
That's because people took advantage
Yeah,
of him and abused him, and he was a lost boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was
Okay.
an
I take
addict.
it back. He was. Well,
Thank
he
you.
was an overdose or something.
You should
Who
watch
played,
the movie; it will change.
Who played
your
Elvis
perspective.
in the movie?
A really good-looking, cool guy that my daughter knew.
Tony
but
Danza.
I wish. No, he wasn't him.
Have you seen Tony Danza lately? He's not keeping
He
himself
called
in
me
shape.
Really?
He did.
looks good.
He
I think.
does?
No, I don't know.
Does he look
We're
good?
losing him.
Who?
Wait,
Tony
what's going on?
Danza?
What are you looking at? Something going on? So Tony Danza's got to be what, 60 now, right? What do you?
I think
I
he's
don't
like
know how old
25
he
or
is.
30 in my
Yeah,
mind.
I
don't
got you.
know, but
I like that show. Who's the boss?
right?
Who's the boss?
It
Yeah,
was sweet.
yeah. So what the hell are you here for? I mean, we did
we're
something
gonna-
yesterday. I know.
No, we did. We did
The
the
walk, yeah.
Thursday. we
Talk
did
about
the
the walk.
wellness walk. Well, but back it up to just share with people a little bit of what you do because you do a lot. So if you can encapsulate it,
Yeah.
tell people what you do for a
Yeah.
living.
Thank
or
you.
in a passion.
Thanks for letting me be here. And yes, it is a living and a passion. So I'm a
It's
professional.
a living passion.
It's a living passion. I'm a professional speaker, and I get to travel all over the world and inspire people. Kind of hope and health and healing is a lot of it. But a lot of it's how do you break the cycles that don't serve you in your relationships, in your career, in your mindset to become who you're meant to be. And so I speak and I write, and then I'm an executive coach. So I work with organizations and individuals to help them run their business better, usually always starting with taking care of themselves. But one of my big messages or beliefs is movement is my medicine. A lot of people use different things. And for 30 years, I dreamed of moving to the beach. And when the opportunity came up, I rented here for 2 months, said, no, I got to live here. And 6 months later, we bought a place sight unseen across the street from Fort Myers Beach. And we loved it ever since. It's our full-time home. We sold pretty much everything we owned in a 6-bedroom house for a 2-bedroom condo, and we love it. So helping people.
And you've written a couple of books.
Yeah.
But and tell us about the pineapple. The significance of the pineapple. That's kind of your like brand.
It is
thing,
my
right?
easy visual brand. Yeah.
The poem.
So I've written 6 books. My 5th book was The Pineapple Principle. And the Pineapple Principle goes like this. Someone called me a pineapple. I said, what does it mean? They said, let us teach you the poem. Be a pineapple. Stand up straight, wear a crown, and be sweet on the inside. And I was like, that's cute. But the pineapple actually has much more than that. Because if we stand up straight in a world where we're looking down, we look up and we actually see people. And if we wear a crown, we value ourselves. And like this morning, though I was exhausted and up half the night sad, I got out of bed and I went for a walk and I worked out. And the crown's about valuing yourself, but then valuing other people around you. And if we're sweet on the inside, then what comes through our mouth and through our keyboard is kindness, encouragement, love in our text. And so I invite the whole world. Join me and be a pineapple person.
Now, I know what you're getting ready to say. You're getting ready to say, yeah, no, he's not gonna make fun of that. But I know he's gonna say, I need to work on the last thing about being sweet on the inside with you. That's what you were gonna say, because you're always complaining. He gets his feelings easily hurt. So I'm really trying to be more sweet on the inside
More gentle?
to him. Yes. To him.
I think start with soft toilet paper.
I guess
like that's a love.
Thank you.
That's his love language, soft toilet paper.
Someday you might need to apply that on me.
Oh no, that's not happening. No, that's what our insurance is for.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you someplace. Not doing it.
She's gonna purposely use the sandpaper on my ass when it's time for her to wipe me. I can feel that coming now. So how hard is it to write a book?
You know, it's really hard. About 1 million people want to write a book, right?
I
And
wanna
about
write a book.
1% want to write a book or actually write a book. So what I tell people is hire a coach. Hire
Yeah.
a specific coach that's a book writing coach, and then write 144 words every day.
Yeah.
And you'll have a book by the end of the year. But you have to be disciplined. So right now, like I have 6 books, but I just started a series about 2 months ago. So I'm inviting people all over the world to write a fruit book. So they're little. I should have brought some books, but they're little books. They're a fruit. You pick the recipe, and you teach a lesson.
Yeah.
So the pineapple teaches those 3 things. The banana teaches about being bruised or beautiful. So you, Ed, could write a book and be one of my fruit series books
Yeah.
on being
What
fruity.
fruit? What fruit?
She
What
just
fruit
called,
would you be?
She just called me a fruit.
She just got being fruity.
I'm not
What
a
would
fruit, by
you-
the way.
What
I'm
would
far
you?
from a fruit.
What fruit would you choose?
Yeah.
What
I've,
fruit?
I don't.
A papaya?
I don't know.
Maybe a
don't know.
papaya.
Orange.
I see.
Because you have to peel me.
Oh, peel
You-
back the layers.
Yeah. See that? See that there? I'm an orange.
I think you're a lime.
Yeah. I think
You
you're.
got to think about that.
I think you're
I
a
know.
cherry.
What would I
By the
don't
way,
know,
I
grapes.
notice you're a speed talker. Is that?
Did I talk really fast?
You do talk really
Do you want me
fast.
to
Is
slow
that?
down?
No, I'm just wondering if that
Oh.
was something you practiced
Please
at, or
slow down for the
Wow.
papaya.
you're talking too fast for me.
I'm a fast mover. I move fast.
So
I got a lot
Yes.
to do in a day.
When she's a very dynamic talker, so
no, you
she's,
kind of
know.
you kind of glazed over it before, but you said you were homeless, right? I mean,
Yeah.
how did that
Yeah.
happen?
Well, I was the middle of 7 kids growing up. Now I'm the middle of 8, but as of today, I'm the middle of 6. It's very confusing.
Sure.
But I was raised by a single mom who struggled with mental health issues in a hoarder home, and a father who was an alcoholic who drank himself to death. And so I moved personally 83 times by the time I was 18. And just sometimes those were on the street or in a shelter or on a friend's couch, or we just couldn't afford to stay in homes. And my mom worked really hard. She worked very hard to be able to provide for us, but she wasn't always able to.
Sure.
And when you have that many kids, the numbers don't always work
But
out.
when you're homeless, how were you able to overcome that to become who you are today?
I work really hard every day. That's probably why I move fast. I always feel like I got more to do before I finish this life. How did I overcome it? I lived in a shelter. Then I rented a room and worked 3 jobs. I don't know.
What's the difference between you being able to say to yourself that I can overcome this and other people that can't?
I mean, these are complicated, big questions. Faith is a.
She didn't say it was.
Way above the bell.
addiction's a big part, right? And so from 20 to 23, I was sober, and I spent that time to go to therapy every week and to work really hard and to say, I know where I came from, and I never want I got pregnant at 19, and I never want my son to experience what I experienced. So I think drive is a big part of it. I think faith was a big part of it. I really believe that God had better plans for my life than I had for my own. Not believing where I came from. When Oprah said to me at 18, where you come from does not define where you're going. You can be the exception. It really took me about till I was 21 to believe those words or to receive those words. I'll never forget
Which is still
them.
pretty a young age, though,
Very young.
to get that.
Most people
to
on
get
their
that.
on their own in their young 20s now,
They're not getting that.
They're not the same as we all were, where you have to kick yourself in the ass to get things going in a great country like we have, where you have the opportunity.
That's right.
Most people want things handed to them now.
Yeah.
And don't work as hard, in my opinion. That doesn't
I think
mean
a lot
it's
of
true.
people have mental health and addiction.
Uh-huh.
And I think when you're dealing with people with mental health and addiction, which is why I do the work I do, they don't think like you and I think. I didn't grow up with parents that act like other people think parents should act. I didn't have the reality. I'm cautious about what I want to say right now because we just lost another sister this week, and 2 of my siblings called right away, and both of them said, "Who do you think will die next?" And I said, "In what family, when you lose someone, is that the response to each other?" But I have a different kind of family, right? And so I work at it every day. Like, I consider myself the exception. I think anybody can be, but I never arrive. I have to work at it every day, day after day. What do I have to do to take care of myself today? Get up and do exercise. Get up. I also am a big believer that part of healing is doing for others. So if I'm sad, I ask myself, who can I serve? First, take care of myself, and then who can I? And it helps your life have purpose and meaning, which helps you get up in the morning and say, oh my gosh, I got no place to live. What can I do? I mean, that season that I had those 3 jobs at 17, I would get up at 3 in the morning, work at a coffee shop, work at a temp agency, work at a pizzeria, sleep for an hour and a half. But it all helped me get to where I am today, right?
Yeah.
Was there any one incident or one person that kind of pulled you up as you were working that hard?
I wish there was.
Yeah.
I think Oprah, I think that's why it's so important to me. And I don't mean to keep talking about, but I just remember being on that show.
That was very impactful.
It was very impactful. And people in the audience like, why are you a runaway? Why are you homeless? I'm like, how about if the doors get locked because your family can't take care of you or your parents aren't able or nurturing? It wasn't like a choice.
Right.
But Oprah said, you don't have to be where you came from. And for me, that was like, I always remember that. And I try to tell other people that. Right. So that was a pivotal moment.
So on the beach, I've been taking some grief for the last few days for posting pictures of homeless people that just lay out.
Yeah.
A guy was laying out here yesterday waiting for his phone to charge. He had his shirt off. People are trying to eat. There's a guy laying in the bench by the bus stop with his pants down. People could see his ass.
I saw that.
So how do you think that's a mental issue, or you think that's a lazy person, or what's? I mean, I know you don't know who the person is, but sometimes you just want to say.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes you just want to say, dude, come on. There's plenty of places to go to get some help. Get off the bench, get on the bus, and go get some friggin' help.
And when you posted that picture, if I'm honest with you, Ed, it was really hard for me to see because it felt very humiliating of a life. And this is what I know. Because you look at me and people look at me on stage and they're like, you couldn't have been homeless or you wouldn't have. Well, that's not true. I was multiple times. But what I have learned is that if we show up in judgment of another, you shouldn't be homeless. You should get up and do something. You should. Well, we're not living in compassion and curiosity and wonder. And for me, that's where I try to show up is I wonder what their story is. Were they in the war? Were they abused? Did they never get the help and healing? Now, some of my siblings aren't where I am in life and some are in different, whatever. I don't want to say that story. But what I'll say is we don't know people's stories. So my encouragement to anyone that sees a homeless person, if they feel safe, is to approach and say, are you okay?
Okay, let me tell you a story.
You can do to help.
It was basically 50-50 with that picture.
Sorry,
because that person was in Sandal Factory. He was caught stealing, according to the manager. And anyway, I don't think a homeless person, if he's homeless, should be laying on a bench with his pants down when kids and other people are waiting for the bus.
I agree with you.
And so it may not have been right to post this picture, but I was just trying to make a point, and I knew I was going to take some shit for it, which I should have. I mean, we years ago when we first started the show, there was a man who would come here, and he was homeless, living in his car. And I approached him and I said, hey, because I wanted to help. I don't ever give a homeless person money. I try and give them water or something like that, because I don't know if they're using it for alcohol or drugs or whatever. I'm not assuming that they are, but So we would say, hey, let me buy you breakfast. We had him come over to the table. We bought him breakfast. Next week he would come back. Okay, I see what's going on here. I'll buy you breakfast. Is there something else we can do for you? He goes, well, my tire is out on my car. So we called somebody we knew. Hey, can you do us a favor? Fix the guy's car.
Yeah.
Fix his tire. It's one tire. What's the big deal? Okay, so he got down to the dealer. Turns out he goes down to the dealer, and now he says to the dealer, hey, I need 4 tires. Ed's going to pay for 4 tires. And so the guy calls me up and says, the guy's threatening our folks here that you promised him 4 tires. And I'm like, well, shit, now what do you do? Now, how do you fix that? I mean, how do you know when now I'm jaded that I've tried to help somebody who looked like he needed help, and he effed us? And so how do you help the next guy?
I'm probably not a good person to ask these questions, Ed, because I'm not normal. I'm not what other people would do. I got my first bonus in my life. I was a single mom. I needed the money so much. I got $2,500 cash, and I'm a woman of faith. And I asked God, what do I do? Do I have to give 10% away? And God told me, no, you get to give it all away. And I said, I don't want to. And he said, I want you to. And I went to the bank, and I took $50 bills, and I stood in line one by one and gave homeless people on the street $50, one after the other. And some people say, what if they use it for alcohol, Annie? What if they use it for drugs? I'm telling you, I'm not the right person to answer, because that's what I think. Someday I'm going to die.
When I
go to heaven, is God going to say, did I use my money right? I wasted money. I made bad choices. I don't think we can ever outgive the giver of life. I've been blessed to be a blessing to others. I give more money. Sorry, honey. My husband's probably watching. I want to give. I don't care. I receive and I'm blessed, but I love to give away money. I love to encourage other people, So I'd be like, all right, that's not what I said, but let me just pay for the 4 inconvenience.
We took care of it. Right. Because you got to do
I don't think you're effed. I think you're going to be blessed to be a blessing.
I just feel like the guy was being dishonest from the beginning, and he conned us. That's the way I look at it.
And
he conned us.
There's a lot of con people in the world, right? But at the end of the day, are you responsible for the con, or are you responsible for your responsibility?
I don't really feel like I don't feel like a victim of all that. It's just like it's just
not a victim, a victor.
It's just like he ruins
it. It happens for you.
He ruins it for everybody else, though. That's the thing. Is like you see somebody and you want to. I think most people want to help other people, but they see that and they're thinking, okay, if I give the person money, am I like sometimes if I give somebody something like money or something, I don't think, did I really help that guy? Because he's just going to sit there. He'll be there tomorrow. I didn't really help him. He's still sitting there tomorrow. I'll never tell people to give money.
I think you're smart to give water, give food, give encouragement.
But is that really helping them, though? They're sitting there the next day. Do you know their story?
Instead of giving them anything, do you ever sit next to them and say, tell me your story?
Or what can I do for you? What do you need?
Yeah.
And what do you want? How do you want to? I mean, I think sometimes you're all about, well, this isn't fair, or there should be some.
I've never felt that.
Well,
I think some people, if you're going to be homeless, there's no better place to be than on Fort Myers Beach. I mean, right?
It's a lot better than Minneapolis. Let me tell you.
You're never going to be cold. You might be hot, but you're never going to be cold. I mean, I think that the challenge they have here in Times Square is people are eating, and then if your guy's laying out on the ground for.
Homelessness is a worldwide problem, right?
For sure. I mean,
I'm
in
from
Los
San
Angeles,
Francisco originally. It's horrible there.
Yeah. So anyway, enough about the homeless. I wanted to tell that story.
We're the hopeful, though. That's the thing is that if you choose to be the hopeful instead of the homeless, like you have a choice, then just bring hope. Maybe you can help one person. Maybe you don't help that person. Maybe help. And if you're going to take pictures, which I understand your confliction and your desire to share is do some research on homelessness and say, how many statistics? Why do we have it? And where is the root healing? And some people would rather live on the street. I mean, they just would. It's cheaper. It's whatever. And some people would rather
use a little common sense. If you're going to be homeless, that's fine.
Have common sense?
You should have your pants on. I mean, seriously.
Well, but if you're high, do you know if your pants are on or not?
If you're high, then that's a whole different thing, though, right? I mean, I don't know. I just think that it's.
Sorry, we're here for an uplifting pineapple story today.
Oh boy, the pineapple just went on us.
It was a big deal the last few days.
It is a big deal.
And you're never going to listen, it's a very nuanced situation, and everybody's story is different, and everybody has the right to do also what they want to do. Just because it doesn't fit in with your definition or mine or anybody else's definition.
Oh, stop with the perfect answer to everything.
No.
Annoying sometimes.
But
it's got the answer to everything. Go ahead. Fix it. Fix the world.
Everybody has the choice to do what they want to do.
I wish I had violin music to play.
You need to maintain you need to follow the rules and the laws of the area.
Yeah.
Well said, dear. Well said. You
Well,
got
and
some
also we need to do
bells
what we
for
can
that.
to help people, right? Do what we can, but also
You can
we're not
do
you
what
wanna-
you can. Let me say this: do what you can to help people, but you can't force people to accept it. They
To want
still
help.
get to make the choice
right.
of what they want to accept or not accept.
So you went on a walk the other night. What
Yeah.
did you talk about on your walk? I
Thanks
know
for
you
bringing it
talked
full
about. I
circle.
know what she talked about. She talked about me.
No, I didn't. talk about
5
you.
years ago, or I mean, when I moved here, I told myself in the next 5 years, I'm going to do a beach walk on wellness. And I said, I'm passionate about helping people find hope and health and healing and happiness in their life, no matter where they come from, no matter what they've gone through. We have a choice to make every day to be happy. And so this guy, Jeff, found me on LinkedIn and said, hey, do it July 28th. I'm like, holy crap, I haven't even lived here a year. He said, just set the date and see what happens. And then I was super blessed because Sherry from the chamber said, I'll make you a flyer. We're going to make this happen. I'm going to spread it out. I reached out to 7 churches on the island. I reached out to the community, the women's club. Thank you. Fort Myers Beach Women's Club. And people showed up. And I told myself, if 5 people show up, it's good. 10 is great. And 15 is a miracle. We had 17 people.
Yeah.
So it was a miracle. I was really happy. But for me, it was about, I think a lot of people that struggle with mental health and addiction live in silence, in stigma and judgment by the world, and in shame, which ultimately can result in more sickness or suicide, losing my brother to suicide and my nephew and my father to alcoholism. For me, I'm passionate, like, let's talk about it. What's your story?
Yeah.
Tell me your story without me judging. Maybe your story makes sense to me, maybe it doesn't. And so I wanted people to gather in bright colors. Yellow is the color of hope. Green is the color of health. Orange is the color of happiness. Blue is a trustworthy color. And pink is the friendliest color. Pink, I love. So I said, come down and share your stories, get to know each other, and let's walk together in hope of a brighter and healing future.
Yep.
Wow.
And we all broke off in different groups. And
Were you walking with any
walked?
dudes?
no,
There was a lot
no.
of really hot guys. Tony was there, right?
Oh, Tony was
Tony was there. There was
and,
super hot guys.
Tony
Oh,
Danza?
and Top Gun.
Yeah, he's so hot you can't even
my
remember his
George
name.
Clooney even showed up. I mean, it was weird. Sorry, we were supposed
weird?
to tell your husband.
Were
I'm
you
sorry,
really
and I
walking with a
forgot.
dude?
No,
Who were you walking with? With Andy?
I walked with.
There was a Jeff guy.
Yeah.
There was Jeff,
And
Tom
and Greg
Swanbeck
and
was
Tom.
Yep,
My husband
yep,
Greg was there.
Yeah.
Swan.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Who were you walking with? You said
I
you were
wrote.
walking.
I walked
with Jeff.
I walked with Brenda and I walked with Rosanna.
Yeah.
Okay, you said somebody else said they were coming today too, right? Who was it?
No, I think you're talking about Jeff. So Jeff was the guy.
No,
on
you said
No.
somebody was coming to the show this morning.
I have.
Tony.
Maybe
You were-
you were drinking last night. You don't remember who it was.
Unless it was Tom Cruise. There we go.
There's
Then
Tom
everything clicked. There
I'm
we
so
go.
old
And the whole
wrinkly.
thing was meet somebody you don't know who showed up and share a piece of your story.
Yeah.
So it was encouragement.
You don't want to hear my story. It's boring. So, but thank you so much for. When's your next walk? You doing another one? Maybe you should. Why don't you do a jog? Can you talk and jog at the same time? Or
If I could even jog, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But no, I'm a walker.
yeah, walker.
I'm gonna take it slow.
Give out your information about
Yeah.
where people
By the
can
way, I mean,
find out more about you.
Yeah.
Get your books,
Yeah.
and we'll work on next year's walk.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll work
Yeah.
on next year's walk.
why does it have to be in a year? Or can't you do
Doesn't
one every
have to
few
be.
months?
I travel a lot for work.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. All right.
Yeah,
She's too
that's-
busy for you to walk.
once a year is good. And I'm going to have an invitation to everybody first, and then I'll share my contact information. So I am working on 2 book series right now. One is the 3 sides to adoption. So if you're a birth parent, meaning you carried a child and placed, if you're an adopter, meaning you adopted a child or a young adult, or if you're an adoptee and you have a story to share, email me at annie@anniemeehan.com and just put adoption in. I'll send you the 17 questions, answer as much or as little, share your story. But eventually I'll do a collection to the 3 to the many sides of adoption.
You should spell your last name because our people aren't very smart.
Meehan is Meehan.
Good one.
And I'll put it also in the chat or in the comments. And then second, I'm writing this fruit basket series that I was talking to them about. We're looking for people to make a little book. If you have always dreamed of writing a book, but you need some encouragement to get started, 50 to 70 pages. You pick the fruit, you pick the recipe. We help you create a story and analogy around that teaches a fruit life lesson. And we're going to have a basket of fruit, hopefully 30 different fruits, releasing a book a month starting August 5th, September 5th, and so on for the next 2 years. And I'm Annie Meehan. If you're looking for encouragement, if you're looking to not feel alone or to find hope in the midst of your own struggle or someone you love, please go to my website, anniemeehan.com, or to my YouTube station where I have over 300 videos, 30 seconds to 3 hours of encouragement, love,
Wow.
and support so people don't feel alone in the world. I'm Annie, and thanks for listening. I hope our talk was encouraging to you.
And coming out in 2024, how to be a speed talker.
You can tell your professional thing right there, because there are just so many times we have people come on, give your contact information, and they're like, and you look right at the camera.
This is what I do.
That's right. You can tell that. That was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And
thank you so
putting
much.
up with this
Hey,
pineapple.
you did pretty good.
You
pretty
should
good
start a
pineapple.
podcast.
I know. I have a talk show.
Oh.
You should be on it. H3 TV every Wednesday.
I'd be
There
happy
you
to be
go.
on it.
That would
I'd
be
have to get
fabulous.
my hair done first.
You can get your hair done or not.
I need to talk about my hair. But thank
What's
you for
going on with
coming
your hair?
Thank
Okay,
you
well,
so
thank you
much.
so much for having me.
All right, everybody. That's Annie Meehan. If you hadn't heard her say her name, she did a great job today. And the reason I need to talk about my hair is, look, that's the longest my hair's been in, like, since the Ali Frazier fight. Our barber, the barber I've had for like 20 years, Nick, he's getting a knee replacement, and for some damn reason, he needs to be out for 3 weeks while he gets his knee replaced. So I asked her to cut my hair, but last time she cut my hair, something sounds funky. Last time she cut my hair, like, had divots in my head. So it was like, you playing golf with the what do you call the thing to get the golf club to get the ball out? What is that called? What is that called? Club is that called? Huh? What is a club called when you want to get the, you know what I'm saying? Looks like she did that to my head. I can't, not a driver. What kind of club is there? A driver? And you're not a golfer? Anyway, it looked like she put divots in my head with that cutter. So my hair, she was talking last week about letting my hair grow super long and then like putting braids in my hair
well,
last
I was
week.
joking
just,
about that.
So I was letting everybody know that Nick is getting his knee replaced, so I can't get my hair cut. I don't think anybody cares about my hair. A wedge. Thank you, Debbie Lalo. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming
so
by.
much. No, I was going to say you could let it grow and then we could braid it like the Vikings.
Yeah, the Viking show that you watch.
Yeah.
So there's the haircut. I want to let everybody remind everybody that Friday night from 5 to 8 is going to be our candidates forum.
Oh,
and that's the new candidate forum, which will include, are those your glasses on the floor there? That'll include Karen Woodson, who's one of our newest sponsors to the show. So you see her logo up there. She'll bring you to when I come. I don't know what that means, Leanne. I will bring you to when I come to. She's been drinking. Obviously, she's had some drinks this morning because that makes no sense. A worm burner, a chipper. Yes, that's right, a chipper. Thank you, Marcy. I got to get a golf answer from a lady. That just shows you how much I know about golf. Is it a chipper? Is it called a chipper?
A wood
the
chipper?
Golf club is. What is that called? Is that called a chipper? It's not called a chipper. That doesn't sound right. A wedge.
A wedge.
A wedge. That's right.
Yeah.
A ball retriever.
You're going to chip it onto the
Look at these
green?
people.
Look
at these people that have been sticking with us for almost 2 hours now. She was an awesome guest. Nice job there. You get a bell for that. She did great.
I knew she was going to be able to handle you.
She was a great guest, and so it was nice to hear.
She's got a great story.
Yeah. I didn't know she was homeless at the beginning there. You never told me. I didn't know she was on Oprah. So now we know somebody that was on Oprah and Dr. Phil.
I know.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
The debate, the forum is Friday night from 5 to 8. From 5 to 6, it'll be like a meet and greet where you can, hang out and ask them all questions. And then at 6 o'clock, we're going to grill them on all the stuff going on the beach, from the dune walkover to the lighting to the Margaritaville to all that stuff, and the water, the clean water, the dirty water, community policing, all of that.
Okay.
And remember to subscribe to us on the YouTube. Something funky is going on with the Facebook, so I suggest that. By the way, I'm going to put this up here.
And I doubt these people are listening, but I just want to share a quick little story. I know. When I went to Walmart to get your rice cakes, I had to search all over. Finally found them. They were way, way on the top shelf. And it says, don't climb, get help.
You were climbing.
Well, no, I tried. But they were very busy. They were very busy, so I couldn't find help. So I saw this couple come down the aisle, and the guy was tall. So as I approached them, then I realized that I wasn't sure what language they were speaking, but it wasn't English. And I said, excuse me. And he said, yeah, can I help you? And the wife was looking at me. I said, is it okay if I borrow you for a minute? And they were like, okay.
You
and,
said that to another dude?
Yeah. And so I said, I need someone to reach to the top shelf. And he's like, oh, it's fine. And they were visiting here from Germany.
He fell.
No, they were visiting here from Germany. So nice, so polite.
There's no way they're listening.
No, I know, but
Did you have your shirt on?
It's so nice to meet visitors and folks from out of the area. We get a lot of
I think it's good for you to make new friends.
And they were so nice. And I said, welcome to the beach. Have a good time.
We say we're welcoming to the beach. Like, we want people to come to the beach. We're very
I don't know about you.
encouraging for people to come down to the beach.
I want people to get out and enjoy the outdoors. That's what I want.
So you got the rice cakes, though. That was the key.
He struggled, though. He had to climb. Don't tell Walmart, but he climbed.
Yeah. So if you see this on your screen right now, you can actually take a picture of it. I'm going to show you how this technology works here, dear. If you take a picture of this, you're going to be able to instantly subscribe to our YouTube page. Watch. See, now you click on that. Look at that. Look at that. YouTube comes right up.
See what you're doing.
And you subscribe to our page right there. Take a picture of that real quick, people. We need our YouTube page to get over 1,000 people, because then, you get an ad at the beginning. We make a little money. So just go over to subscribe to our YouTube page, and that would be cool.
Now they're going to start doing that instead of
how cool is that, though?
Money.
And if you subscribe, if you go to our website, now I know that if you haven't
wrap this up,
listen, if they want to leave, they can leave. If you want to leave, you can leave. If you go to our website, beachtalkradionews.com, if you haven't been there in a while, a box is going to pop up and ask you if you want to subscribe to the newsletter. And you get the newsletter Tuesday and Friday at 7:00 or before. And that includes all the news on Fort Myers Beach that's fit to print. It's a Tuesday and Friday newsletter. It has the information from the town council meeting, from the elections, from stuff that's going on at Bay Oaks, from stuff at the Mountain House. All the stuff. Also includes some Sanibel news, because we like covering the Ding Darling stuff and the Crow stuff and the Shell Museum. We love those guys too. So you subscribe to the newsletter. It's free. You're not going to get spammed, but we are, obviously we have advertisers on there that we want you guys to visit. And then, there's not going to be any videos that pop up or ads that pop up on our page. I wanted to keep it clean so that it's user friendly. And then we also have the 24-hour music station, where it's nothing but beach music. Of course, that means a lot of country. There's Jimmy Buffett in there, Kenny Chesney, Tim McGraw's new song is on there, 7500 OBO, but also some other stuff that fits into the beach. You do that by you can actually go to your Alexa and say activate Live 365 and then play Beach Talk Radio. You can do it on your Alexa. You do that once, say activate Live 365 and then play Beach Talk Radio, and then you just say play Beach Talk Radio after that, and it'll come on. It's on iHeart and all those other music devices, and listen to the music. No commercials, because all the music stations are about commercials. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Another 2-hour marathon, everybody, and I can go on and on forever. I can continue to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And she's giving me the big head kind of motion. She's packing things up right now. She's packing away the shirts and the hats, and we're about ready to get out. We'll see you again next Saturday. Next Saturday, our guest will be Lindsay Scott for the first half hour. She is running for Lee County Judge next Saturday at 9:30. The new general manager of Margaritaville, the opening general manager of Margaritaville at 9:30. So it's going to be a big show next week. Every week's a big show, because we have Kim Ryan as a co-host. Thank you all. Bye-bye.